I know how to stream goods. I am smart. SMRT.
Alright. Good. Yeah, OBS is getting a massive update coming up.
OBS is getting a massive update?
Soon.
Just started. Let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta go see if we got like channels that are not working. Let's look. Ooh, it says Twitch. Okay, wait, no. Streaming. Twitch keeps saying sending data. Streaming.
Give us some time.
It looks like all 4 are working.
Cool.
Let me go to your D Live.
I mean, if you want to.
Shenanigans D Live.
Do you still do D Live?
Technically, but it's not like anybody's really been on it.
You're right.
It's up. That doesn't mean anybody's really using it.
Yeah. There's hardly no support for bots or nothing.
Shout, right. Yeah, that's part of the big problem. Shouting into the void.
I mean, even Mixer, they had a few starting. There was so many bots already for it.
Yeah, even Mixer had a lot of support.
And by chance, you want to see my Be Right Back screen?
I see a stream draws near. Yay, Brassel sees me on the YouTubes. Look at that. Nice.
Yes. Cool.
That's
like
awesome. Cool cat.
Cool cat. Well, you're good on here too.
Oh, speaking of
I'm
cool.
gonna drop out of voice and just watch the stream.
Alrighty, bud.
Okay. See ya.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.
Alright, man.
Sorry about that.
Okay, I pinged Necro, so
Oh, yeah.
I did. Just
Larb. Won't have a bear on the screen.
Nah.
Goodbye, bear.
Okay. Let's get the game up, everybody.
Sure. Sounds good. Let's switch on over.
Actually, let's put the game on.
There we go.
BRB, let's set the BRB and only see no information.
All right. So I guess I'll just go ahead and say thanks to Kiba. Kiba very kindly, if you can tell by the daggers here, Kiba donated me.
Heck yes.
Which the donation was mainly for the bank pet. Click. Pretty nice.
Welcome.
Decided to go with Zorback.
Bank so much time. So
Yeah, right. Why spend the extra going to it?
Down, so.
Right. It's pretty nice being able to click like that.
It's nice.
Went with Zorback because blue. A little bit different. People saying they don't like the way it like clips with the cape, but I'm fine with it. Atta go, welcome.
How it doesn't what?
Like I guess the backpack and the cape, there's some minor clipping. I guess I'm gonna guess if you gotta like zoom all the way in, and I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm happy about it.
Just clipping? Oh well.
I don't think it looks that bad. I don't see a problem.
Okay, I'm at the starting the area where the event, the Ghost event was.
Social.
Next week they will be adding this is kind of like a stretch event, so not that.
Okay.
It's a filler thing.
friends. Just gonna go over there to Kiba.
Give them a heads up. How
All right,
this
Adigo.
game does update faster than Final Fantasy 14. Because when Final Fantasy 14 adds a update, it's usually about like 3 months or something wait time before update happens. Like maybe a few patches here and there, bug fixes, but nothing like adding new stuff to the game.
Uh huh.
So, and really,
What?
give them a heads up. I'm actually kind of thinking about it. I'm actually kind of hoping that because Blizzard is getting new staff, people on the new hired and all.
Uh huh.
I'm hoping, but not no grand of salt, that they get back on their feet.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Because
I would like good things to happen.
WoW
For sure.
WoW was inspiration for Adventure Quest 3D,
Mm-hmm.
for Final Fantasy 14,
Right.
and a whole bunch of other Chinese knockoff games
Yeah.
that was made in China, not US.
Right. Well, if I wanted to be real for a second, I got a feeling I might be doing a lot of that today. I mean, World of Warcraft got me through a dark period in my life.
Hey,
That's
Necro,
true. That's true.
I gotta update your avatar. Oh,
I would love to see things back in a better situation for it.
I mean, Diablo Immortal. I think it was their old project they had since back in 2019. I think so. It was remnants of the old people. Or
High
whoever did
15.
that. That's what I'm thinking.
High 15 TD. Hey.
Because they announced that a new Blizzard game, Overwatch 2, won't have loot boxes.
I don't need ultra party streamers.
So that you know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
So the newest so-called Overwatch 2 is getting released, and it will have no loot boxes in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
What's the catch?
Maybe Battle Pass, but no loot boxes.
Well, Battle Pass isn't so bad. I mean, overall, I feel Battle Pass is at least a little, more agreeable.
Yeah, when people complain about the RNG in Adventure Quest 3D, I told them, have you played Destiny 2? I told them, have you played Warframe?
Right.
I told them, have you played Digimon Masters Online?
Mm-hmm.
The RNG in this game is not as bad as other games.
Right. Man, it is warm in my room.
You might have to kick the unit on, maybe.
Well, we actually turned the AC off. The AC is like on the other side of my house,
Oh,
so it wouldn't really matter too much if it was on or off. But maybe I need to get an extra fan or something and put in my window.
there you go.
I mean, you got to remember it was a hot day today, and we did baking.
Mhm.
So,
Mm-hmm. So the house is still
and the computer, and the computer's on now, producing heat.
I'll do it.
Right?
Oh, I died.
Ow!
The heck?
Don't
Why?
die.
I'm dead, but I'm still alive. What?
The living
Oh,
dead.
I'm glitching. Okay. Okay, try this again.
I thought everybody was with the same place I was. I don't see you guys. Well, there's Kit Kat.
I had to log out, log in, so I could, fix the glitch.
Thought Kiba and everybody else was over here, and now there's only like 3 people.
Oh, it's not. What happened to Necro? Oh well. There's Kiba over there.
Oh, you
Kiba
spotted a
over
Kiba?
Yeah.
A wild Kiba has appeared. Kiba's mysteriously silent.
You alright, Kiba?
Did we lose Akiba?
You may have.
We may have.
He's maybe having technical difficulties again.
Oh no. Oh.
Yep, see? Oh boy.
Hmm. Well, we'll hold down the fort until we see what happens.
Okay. Did he,
Battle some Darkon. Well, I mean, you know, like maybe something's going on. Yeah, he dropped from Discord.
Doesn't look like he dropped from,
AQ?
Twitch, though.
Oh, from Twitch? That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Let me see. Yeah, stream looks like it's still
Stream's
running. Curiouser and curiouser. A mystery wrapped in an enigma. No, browser, I don't want to update right now. Thank you. Could you have popped up like half an hour ago?
Right.
Now's not a good time. I see you're busy. Would you like me to ruin things for you?
You're right.
No, I'm good, thanks.
My game's screwing up.
Sorry to hear that.
I don't understand what's not happening here.
I don't either. Kiba's silent, but still on screen.
Not just him, but just everything's glitching like crazy.
Right? Your game is acting up.
My
Ow.
fighting, there it goes. No, it's screwed up again. My third attack isn't working right.
Poor Kiba's got chatters coming in with no replies because Kiba is mysteriously AFK. Oh, his icons just died on the stream. He's got empty spots on his stream. Whereas all his talk, you know, all his little party members, they're just like empty boxes. Oh no. Kiba's having some technical difficulties for sure. Darkon. I gotta challenge Darkon 5 times, I believe, for a quest. Oh, nobody wants to jump. Nobody wants to get froggy.
I don't think this is supposed to do this.
What's supposed to do what?
It's supposed to do a flip thing. It's just doing this.
Oh, weird. Oh. Keep his menu and he's hitting menu buttons.
Okay. I'm gonna.
He's running around.
Come back again. I'm gonna.
Is Kiba in
Fred.
Discord? No, still not in Discord.
Maybe he doesn't know. I'm gonna clear my cache.
You'd think he'd wonder why everyone's being quiet
All right.
after a while. Something is afoot.
Something's very much afoot. Night Lord, you there?
Night Lord's technically the only one in the.
I am
Okay.
here. I'm
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just helping people, so I get quiet when I help people.
That's all right.
Okay, no, we just want to make sure that you're still there.
Right. Do we exist?
alright.
Do we exist?
I'm just simply waiting when everything is all sorted.
Yeah, fair.
Okay,
That's all.
fair.
Well, we're missing Akiba. Even though Kiba is right in front of me, I'm going to go over there and say hello to him. I'm going to jump in front of him. Kiba, I can't hear you.
He's not in the VC though.
Roxy, what's going
Yeah.
on? Yeah, he's not in the VC, but he's got to know if we're jumping at him, something's going on.
Oh.
Maybe he doesn't know he exit VC, you know?
Right, right.
He's
Oh.
talking.
Why not just
An NPC in
privately
someone's
message
Minecraft
him?
world. Not much going on. Oh, Roxy, it's been a crazy week. I want to get to story time and tell everyone about this insane week. Insanely amazing week. But Slushy Maker. Ooh. Well, that's a pretty high... That competes
Oh,
fairly well
okay.
with my stories.
Saying
I mean, a
Discord is
Slushy
being
Maker. What?
Kiba's replying to me. He's saying his Discord is being a butt.
Oh, no! You made ice cream. Oh. That's nice. We just made some stuffed cabbage rolls today. First time we've made them. $2 Slushy Maker. Nice. That's a bargain. Oh man, those are good. We got leftover filling too. We're gonna make some stuffed peppers.
My favorite.
Next week is gonna make some more tomato bacon pies. There's a reason.
Oh,
There's a reason.
oh, God.
I'm practicing. I'll put it that way.
Practicing.
I'm practicing. Uh-huh.
Practicing.
You
Is that
branched?
blue?
Yeah, well, kind of. Branched out on Chinese food. Okay. Started getting egg rolls. That's right. See, where I go, like, they have a combo meal option, and the combo meal's like, you get the fried rice, and then whatever, and then the egg roll. So it's all right there. Egg rolls are fantastic. And the fortune cookie. I mean, that's important. I'm trying to think what it was. About a month, maybe? About a month ago, I ended up getting a fortune cookie with 2 fortunes in it. Both fortunes had to do with success. They were different, but they both had to do with success, which is kind of fun. It's like, oh, double success. Maybe the fortune cookie, considering this week, maybe the fortune cookies were right. Just saying. That doesn't have a fortune in it. That's a good question. Because I was talking to a guy, and he had 0 fortunes in it. I'm like, oh man, I bet they took your fortune and put it in mine. Oh, I gotta walk back. I pay attention. Mayfoon, the Veggie Deluxe. Mayfoon. I think that's how it's pronounced. Realized I got no fortune cookie. Aw. But yeah, he was like, I opened my fortune cookie, didn't get any fortune. I'm like, oh, that's funny. I just opened 2. Opened 1 and got 2 in it. I was like, I think I took yours. I stole his success.
Alright, try this again.
Baby sprouts. Do you know baby sprouts are crunchy? I've never had baby sprouts. I'm going to tell you what. My knowledge of Chinese food is actually pretty low. It's because I'm addicted to something that's not technically Chinese, but is always served at Chinese restaurants. General Tso's chicken.
Sounds good.
And it's like, once you have the best, why try the rest? That's my motto. No, that's not true. I have tried other things, and by far, like, I still love General Tso's the most. That said, like, I will, like, if I go to China buffet, I mean, all bets are off. We're having a little bit of everything. But if I do go back to for seconds on any of that, like, I guarantee you General Tso's is going to be one of those seconds. Like, okay. There in Mayfoon, every time I eat it, you get a crunch. Almost stop. Literally have to pick them out. Baby sprouts. I don't know what baby sprouts are. I'm sure I do if I saw them. Like, what do they look like? I don't know. I tell you, I'm not really like a fan of water chestnuts. That seems to be popular in some dishes, and it doesn't really float my boat.
No, I like them.
Remember last time I went to the buffet, though, I had obviously a mix of stuff. They had some, like, what was it, like coconut chicken? I think it was. It was really sweet. Oh, but it was fantastic. Fantastic. In fact, the last time I went to the buffet, I pigged out. Like, worse than I had, like one of the most pig out moments I've ever had in my entire life. And I don't normally, like, especially with, the diabetes and stuff, like, no.
You back?
Kiba, welcome back. Been trying to entertain the natives with my stupidity.
That's easy. You've been doing it for years.
I have been stupid for years. You are correct. No. Everything good after the...
Yeah, it was for some reason when I launched Discord, someone was about not responding, and it was just...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Kaylee painted. Nice. Oh, Florida Man stories. Ooh, you're going to post a pic of what she painted. Nice. All right, what do we got here? We got some Florida Man stories. I'm going to pull them open. I don't know. We've been trying to figure out what's going on. It's been
I messaged the
chaos.
Go chat, and time to Go chat. Discord was being a butt.
All right. Hi, 15 TD. Thank you, as always, for lovely Florida Man stories. Florida woman stories. Oh, hey, that one sounds interesting. Huh. Oh, these all sound like classic Florida Man.
Yeah, like I had a weird issue. Like it said not responding again. It was just they booted up, but just didn't send them responding. And we started fixing it.
Okay.
So I don't know what happened.
Ooh. I gotta see where. Let me know where you post that, Roxy. I appreciate it. All right. Crazy time. Oh, you're gonna get your stream restarted, I imagine. Because your stream is down. Yeah.
Yep. Party.
Party invites. Yeah.
There we go.
I know it's on red. He's a traitor.
High's gonna be driving back to school. Probably miss this next stream, the next Sunday stream. I mean, I imagine it'll be Sunday, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, nothing's guaranteed anymore. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Darkon bit me.
You did?
I saw teeth marks in the middle of the air. It's one of his attacks. I don't know which one it is.
Okay.
It's the chompy. Oh, hey.
What's up?
My cousin must have heard about me wanting a fan. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Let's see if we can fit that in. This doesn't go up any higher, does it? Thank you. That'll work. Oh,
Nope.
maybe. No.
Nope.
It's a little tall. How are we gonna do this? You know what? No. You know what? Don't worry about that. I'm just gonna pull this little one I got when I was in the hospital.
Oh.
Just pop that on for now. I forgot I had it. It's little, battery operated, but it'll do.
I feel like this one might be more effective.
Yep.
Which one's high and low? I don't know. I'm just sitting here auto attacking. It doesn't want to sit very well. Trying to find a way to get it in the window. Oh yeah, I mean that'll work, at least for now.
Yeah.
Is that cord okay? It looks like it's really short.
No, it's.
Oh, it just got lumped up. Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. That'll help.
Alright.
It is. You guys can tell. It's like way warm in here. Oh, you can try it.
No.
It's not. It's going to fall because it's shaking.
No. No.
I can't. No,
Nope.
no, that's not going to work.
That,
I'm afraid that's not going to work.
that is not gonna work.
It's no problem. It was fine where it was.
It's fine with.
I appreciate it, though. I appreciate the try. I know. Thank you. Thank you. I know. Yeah. Well, I'll just have to mess with it. I'll get it later. I appreciate it, but you can tell it's hot in here.
Yeah.
This room is like ridiculous.
Blazing.
Yeah. Like way hotter than the rest of the house. Probably my PC just, probably my PC just melting down. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Now your PC's not mine. No, you have so many fans in there.
Right? Well, you know what it is? It's all the hot air coming out of the PC. So the PC's nice.
You don't forget you bake so the house is still warm.
The PC, no, but my room in specific, they also just confirmed it. My room is hotter than the rest of the house.
Yeah, it's PC heat.
Yeah, it's all the PC itself is fine, but like the back, if I could probably cook something from the back of the computer. Puts in that KFC console.
Not as hot as you're not playing a heavy duty game, so not as you think.
I know.
I mean, if you're playing Black Desert Online, then maybe.
I don't know why it's so hot in here though. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, it does in a sense because the AC being like farther away, but like it cooled down and it's just way hotter in this particular room. Is that an egg frying? Yeah, exactly.
I think what
Sizzle,
the issue
sizzle.
is, I think I was trying to Necro.
No, I didn't
And
get to
I
check the
think what
picture, Roxy.
happened,
I'll look.
I-
Oh, look! A pumpkin.
I launched it, and by accident, I think I clicked GIMP or something, and it crashed Discord. I don't know.
You're gonna arrive in Savannah overnight. Pop in on phone. Alright.
Okay. So
Well, hopefully that fan will help for a little bit.
Necro helps in the chat if I can update their avatar.
Alright, how's your stream doing, Kiba? Looks like it's fine.
Everything's good.
Okay, cool. Right, so we're 5 years old and she painted. Heck yes. It looks fantastic.
And somebody said that Adventure Quest 3D was pay to win.
Really?
I say
Your definition is much different than mine. You know?
they say something like because it's fashionable. I was like, when I think pay to win, I think of stuff that would give you people increased stats.
An in-game advantage, yeah. And I can
Guardian
beat
gear that
you.
craft gives you what?
You know, and I can beat you because I paid money. That's
So Guardian is increased gear. I mean, the gear is like level 5.
right.
Craft stuff. And at the time they released Darkon, the Fallen Guardian, the boots was a better stat, but only by 5.
Right.
Just boots. And the next update after that, they updated and the boots become obscured.
Daddy's gonna put
And
it
that
on the
was-
desk.
That was
Nice.
the only thing that
Hasn't
you
put his
had that you
job
paid
award on
for
it yet.
to
Well,
get
priorities,
boots, that's
Roxy.
it. That's it.
That girl's painting is
Yeah,
way
but-
more important than his work than his work award. I guarantee you that. It means way more. Because it's from the heart.
Mm-hmm. Am I coming in nice and clear, Shenanigans?
What's that?
Am I coming in nice and clear?
You are. I'm just trying to keep, 2+ conversations at once. It's okay. Y'all know I'm such an excellent multitasker.
Right.
You're a very good multitasker.
Yeah.
So, where's not Lord AFK?
I think he's helping. Helping someone. The very
So-
best.
We
The
could
best
go
there
into
ever
it.
was.
Don't worry.
Hey, okay, welcome back.
That's right. The best there ever was.
This is a very big grind here.
Well, I got one more Darkon challenge to finish a quest, so I just gotta slap him down one more time.
Yep.
Kit Kat's doing some important stuff over here. There we go. I'm dancing.
You know these emotes used to be in the game?
Yes. Well, almost all of them.
I wonder why they removed them.
So they could do it here in the social district.
They removed them due to some people using them inappropriately.
I can imagine.
Like the one that were
Yeah,
players taking their bum. They were
Yeah.
using it inappropriately on other players, and it was
Yeah,
not
like
very
that.
nice.
Yeah,
You want to see
I can imagine.
you want to see inappropriate. You guys should have saw when we were playing Project Gorgon and we were changed into animal forms. Their dances make these dances look tame by comparison. Let me just leave it like that. It can get very not family friendly very quick.
I mean, only time an animal usually dances for mating.
Well, that's what it looks like.
I mean, it is true.
That's exactly what it looks like they're doing.
You okay, Kit Kat?
The
You
pig
fine?
dances. Yeah, the pig dances are the worst. The pig... And you would think... Sorry, KK. Go ahead.
I think I'm having power problems at my house.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, what
Oh,
happened?
no.
Well, my light kind of flickered and I got knocked off.
You got bad weather in the area, or...
Actually, I think we are.
Mm-hmm.
There's just some storms in the area and it's causing some power outages or
Mm.
brownouts.
Right.
Mm.
And you guys are probably hearing that fan in the background.
I can't hear it.
Well, the stream probably
I
hears
can't hear
it.
either.
Do you
I don't-
have Raptor
Yeah.
plugins?
I don't know. I don't think I've... See, that's one of them things that I wasn't running a fan before, so I didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Or at least nothing... I had a ceiling fan running, but you couldn't hear that. This one's louder,
I
and
have
it's right near me.
I have my AC running over. It's hot right now.
Hold on.
Oh, you don't hear it? Okay, interesting, because
Yeah,
it looks like it might be showing up, but...
it doesn't have a certain decimal quota. People won't hear it. Right now, I'm just using the lo-fi channel on Pretzel. And it's most lo-fi, I think, is YouTube safe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's lo-fi. Chill music. Yeah, so this Darkon quest, not much to it.
Right. Like all of the, like, social district battles. It's, rinse and repeat kind of deal.
Are you attacking this guy? Because I know you
This
gotta
one.
attack him.
Yeah, I'm fighting this one right now. Just when you finish that up and
Yeah, I just got
Do the
war.
quest and
That
then
was
see what-
I was 2,000 Darkon stuff.
see what happens after that.
You okay?
I don't know who that was.
I think it was that. You okay, Kit Kat?
I can't say anything.
I heard like a weird thump sound.
Yeah,
from,
me
like,
too. Amnaf, what's going on? How you been?
For sure.
It's been a while. I don't know. Don't know what's going on. I heard noise.
Kit Kat, are you there?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm here. Hold on a second.
Okay.
thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening. Galileo. Galileo.
If Kit Kat here, we're just doing a few adventure quests, do our dailies, then we'll swap over to golf. Yeah, do early story time, maybe.
Oh, man. Story times. Waiting for this game to bring me back for more than the grind. Yeah, it's fair. I mean, there's been some story stuff. Did you show up for the Nullgath stuff? Nullgath Part 1 happened.
And a continuation will happen at part 1 or something will happen next week.
What? Already?
Not part 2, but continuation of part 1.
Oh, like an update, a patch, whatever. Okay.
Patch or something. Not a patch, but just some stuff.
Some more things. Gotcha. So, yeah, Nullgath Part 1.1.
Still, that's... I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because we know where there's 2 explanations where part 2 could take us. It could take us through the cave, or it could take us through the catacombs.
MMOs are grind, though.
Yep.
Can you guys hear
If
that?
you... no. I just hear you mess with your mic.
Okay, do you hear a fan running loud?
I don't think so.
No. Why is it super hot there, too?
Yeah, it's a little warm here. So I got the fan running kind of close.
Yeah, I got my AC running. It's a portable AC.
Oh,
One of
nice.
the portable ones. Not like them ice coolers or whatever. It's
Oh, yeah, not
plugged into the wall.
those. Yeah.
And it's actually it shoots all the hot. It sucks in all the hot air.
Right.
Sucks in air and blows it out. What's up, Retro? So we're just doing some adventure quest today, being Edgelord.
Right. Beating up Darkon for a little bit. Getting some questing done.
Hello, lava.
Oh,
Prince, by
lava.
the way.
Lava, lava, lava. Hello, lava.
So, here's the thing. I do not like the way a Blizzard's going, but I hope they can. I hope this Dragonfly brings it back. Brings it back to the once was. Because Shadowbringers was legit. Whatever was the worst thing ever that happened to the worst expansion. You know, the latest expansion they had.
You know, I think bigger changes. You know, so there's the purchase of Microsoft made, and I'm kind of waiting for the effects of that to really fully manifest, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens over time.
Will the update have less fruit?
Will what?
Will the update have less fruit?
Hmm.
Remember, because they replaced all the pictures of ladies with fruit.
Oh, right.
Surprising, the best armor in the game. Test piece, I think. For attack wise, is
Some more
right
shards.
Here, is from Roland.
From
Roland
where?
has the best chest piece. Roland over here.
Oh, really?
When you're max level, yeah.
Alright, so what do I get for this stuff? Someone's in a dungeon.
I mean, that's the right then. Don't follow me.
Okay.
Don't go? Okay.
Do
Don't
not.
follow me.
Okay. What do I want out of this? Let me see. What is this? Sparkling aura.
I got that.
I
Alright.
don't really know if I'd spend for a aura. Not far behind, level 32, Tengu Noxious. Whipsian Wings from the last concert. That's, yeah, fine. I mean, you don't remember, you haven't done anything that included, like, the, what do they call those, shards? Or what are those you get? Not shards. What do they call those? Where you upgrade your gear.
Yeah, here, to upgrade guard gear, you need because right now you just need gold.
So these are just cosmetic. So
Yeah.
I got the daily done, but is it repeatable or what?
It's repeatable quest.
Just straight up, it's not daily. It's just repeatable.
Only repeatable quest is from Rose. Oh, daily quest is from Rose.
Daily is from Rose, yeah. Okay.
So do the math.
I could
You
turn
have to
that in.
kill. You have to get 2,000 if you want the aura, right?
Right.
You have to kill each one, and each quest reward you get 50, right?
Yes.
So that makes it what number?
You're making me do math
It's
on a Sunday
like
night.
400.
Okay.
Then that means 400 times 5 because you have to kill him 5 times.
Right.
And that's how many times you got to kill him. Brother.
Hmm. Hey, don't feel bad, Amnaf. I mean, there's other people that feel the same way. I would say our friend the Mushroom feels the same way about that.
Nintendo.
Yeah,
He,
About-
what he wants to do.
about playing AQ when there's like enough to do.
He wants
He's
to do
waiting
enough
for
to
like
do.
a big up,
Plus he's-
big bunch
plus
of content.
He's getting burned out from Genshin Impact right now.
Is he?
And he might be getting to Tower of Fantasy when it gets released.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying, right?
right.
Tower of Fantasy is like Genshin Impact,
Mm-hmm.
but it has MMO mechanic. But it's MMO.
Right. Tired of the grind in Genshin now. That it?
Well, I think he wants to continue. It's just he gets end game. End game is where not much to do, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because it's somewhat of a single player mobile game.
Mm.
You get to a point where there's not much to do, you know.
Right.
I
Well-
mean, to this day, I still have stuff to do in Adventure Quest 3D.
Oh yeah, same here. In fact, I was just about ready to ask, do we have any unfinished business other than the Darkon stuff here
Bank.
that we should go do? Yeah.
You can
'Cause-
check out the daily boss.
I mean, if anyone's still farming Darkon and wants to do it, like I'm okay with it, but
I'm good with Darkon.
I don't really care for that stuff.
I want you.
Say something.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I say? Can
Hello.
I say something?
Yeah.
The bank daily boss was on Saturday,
Okay, it happens.
Ah,
so it's a little late right now.
yeah, it's fine. All right.
And I finished what I needed to do as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys.
Alrighty.
Okay, take your time. Yeah, this week was busy.
Hmm.
Necro's okay. The pop, poof.
Right, popping in, popping out. Maybe connection issues abound.
Now, if we might do a unique raid if that person is still alive, if one person is live streaming,
Still alive. Oh no.
they're playing the forest.
You foreshadowed their death, Kiba. Good job.
They're playing the forest. What you expect is going to happen in the forest.
Right?
I mean, the forest is a very beautiful game. I like the forest.
Turn back.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
We'll go back again.
Welcome back.
Kata.
It seems
Yeah,
we're
it's-
all finally reunited.
Yeah, it's a legit
Fine.
one thing that I wish that was. I wish Hearthstone. I wish somebody could make a free Hearthstone simulator that wasn't, I'd have to pay money for cards.
Right. I mean, they did that in the past with Magic the Gathering in various
Yeah,
forms. I remember
did
playing
it
a lot
flop?
of. No, it just wasn't like.
know.
It was not very highly. It wasn't like highly graphical, and at the time, like a lot of stuff had to be done manually.
No, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling Book, like
Oh.
that and all that.
Right. Right.
Where everything has to be Here's the thing. I don't want to do it manually. I want to.
Well, I get. No, I understand. I understand that. I totally get you.
I don't care if it looks all flashy and all that. I'm like,
But
because Hearthstone made Hearthstone made a genre now.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a Yu-Gi-Oh version, Magic the Gathering version,
Right.
and all the crazy stuff. Hello, trader. You are on Red Dragon. There's no point of people are survey hopping this boss.
That's weird.
There's no point.
Right. He respawns.
I don't get it either.
I
Maybe
get
for
server
skill?
hopping is what's up?
Maybe it's for faster kills since some people are already
Can you
Fighting
break up
it?
a party?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Remove from party. All right, that should do it.
Maybe it's for faster kills though, since there's some people that already attack the boss.
Right.
Like,
So it's
already at the beginning.
right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's already about half dead. That's great. Better. We don't have to do the extra work.
What we can do maybe is get some gear for you,
Right. Right.
because I know you don't have. What is the boots you rocking?
Hmm.
You know that.
Let's find out.
Because at least I want you to be somewhat prepared. You don't have to boost your stuff or nothing.
Bootses. Keeper of Water, 749.
We need to upgrade that. We need to get you the higher brand.
Your mom got a Nintendo Switch, Roxy, little jelly. Yeah, I can understand. I assume it's like one of the cool ones, and not like the light. I mean, the lights are probably fine, but I mean, if you're gonna go for a Switch, you might as well go the whole way.
Yeah, you can't remove the controllers from the light. So if one of the controllers mess up,
Right.
you're out of luck.
If you're gonna do it, go all the way.
Right.
The only handheld you should be getting is the ODS because it looks very good with Game Boy Advance games. The 3DS because it looks very good with DS and DS games. And the PSP and the PSP Vita.
Vita.
Very good for aftermarket because you can actually they're very moddable.
Mm-hmm. She got the good one. All right, yeah, makes sense. And that's why you jelly, right? Yeah, I see. Because it is the good one. Just pounding on this guy for a minute till we figure out. So we're figuring out, I guess, if we're gonna go hunt off some more gear. She's showing it off. Oh man, nothing like them flexes to make you feel bad.
But I think that we can get some little gear because I know you need some new boots and Kit Kat. I think Kit Kat needs some more better armor.
Ow.
And I know Shenanigans needs to level up some.
Oh yeah, I'm still 36.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
So what's your Trinity daily task?
Probably not all of them. Bing, bing, and then if I change class. Pirate? Yeah, sure. Because why not?
What was that? You okay, Kit Kat?
All right, Roxy.
I'm just worried.
Worried
About what? Oh, the
about your
lightning.
power?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Check to pull up a weather and see how bad it is.
You're a braver man than I if there's a storm out there. Keeping your PC on during a thunderstorm is to tempt the Lord thy God.
Isn't it?
Oh,
Don't do it. Just saying, don't do it.
it's almost story time.
Right? It is almost story time.
It is. So we started out, yeah.
Well, it could be story time. Any time could
Yeah.
be story time if we wanted to.
But it's
So-
usually an hour in.
Yeah, it is usually about an hour in. Can't believe it's been an hour. It has, but I know why it hasn't felt like it because the kind of the technical
Issues.
difficulties. Yeah, we were just like,
Mhm.
once we finally got the show on the road.
Yeah, I launched up GIMP by accident. I was trying to replace Necro's picture. I think that's what messed up Discord.
Oh, crashed you.
Yeah.
Oof.
Crashed my Discord.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, we can go sit down somewhere. We'll finish Darkon here, and then we go find a place to go sit down and do some story time.
And there's a pair of cat ears you can get from Darkon.
Really? Oh, it's a drop, like a rare drop.
It can be a rare drop or be a craftable.
Oh, okay.
So
Ow.
Rose will have it.
Darkon killed me.
I killed you.
Darkon
Oh,
killed me,
no.
this I know,
Oh,
for my health bar
no.
tells me so.
Oh
I be
no.
Can I be honest about those things?
And all I got was ultra party streamers. Alright, where do we want to...
I got
Oh,
a rock.
what would be awesome? Please... Go ahead.
Can I be honest about something? I might have purposely killed you.
Oh.
The Darkon fights, shenanigans.
How you kill somebody by accident?
It wasn't by accident, it was on
not
purpose.
It was on purpose.
It was on purpose.
It was by using the big AOE that follows the player.
Oh, right. I wasn't
Does a
paying
lot of
attention.
damage.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that. You've just kind of
That's
strolled
kinda
right
your
in
fault.
there. Yeah, you know.
I mean, if you walk into a fire and you enjoy it, it's your fault.
Right.
Not being toxic or nothing, but it's just burning fire and you walk into it and you die. It's not. Somebody else's
Naku,
fault.
what's up? Where do we want
Nico
to...
or Naku? Naku or
Naku.
Nico?
Naku.
Okay, somebody else.
Yeah, it's not Nico. It's not cool. Alright, where do we want to hold the time of stories? Answer me. Oh. I'm Batman. Did I get my other daily task? I did. There we go. Claim that. I could
Will
do
we
some
do stories
missions.
somewhere in Sansi?
Oh, we haven't been to
Oh, yeah.
San in a long time.
I think I know where. Let me just
Should be somewhere
Yes,
nice
how
and
many
hot
that
to
I've
go
gone
with our rooms being nice and hot.
of course.
I'm gonna go jump
know
in
the
here and cool
exact
off.
Location.
Ah, that feels better.
I know the exact location for that.
That feels way better. I'm down here in the little pool.
Mhm.
I'm looking
The bank
at
bed
swimming,
is
and that
so
makes me
awesome.
feel better. It's like a mind game.
If you say the bank pen is terrible, then I don't know what you're saying.
Mm.
Because they're going by the same prices they have in Worlds. And you can get Dragon Crystals by watching guides. If you want to. You know? If you're
Yeah.
mobile. I mean, it's nothing like... I remember back in the old days, where you actually had to... Remember when Necromancer and Paladin got released?
Right.
And the only way to get them, if you weren't part of the Kickstarter, was actually with DC. Remember that or no?
Yes.
And that's... I just pretty much waited till they got released.
Right.
And it took about a month to unlock them. Now it takes only a week.
I want to get out of combat. Won't let me unless I leave the zone, I think.
You can.
You
A good way to
you
leave the zone is use your arrow. You click your book, the book of
The
lore.
adventure, the adventure menu, in other words.
Or
I'm at
travel
the
book.
location, by the way. Right over here. Very hot, and it's next to torches.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I haven't been here in a long time.
Almost a sandwich because do not like that boss.
You getting triggered?
You know, give it a heads up. Because the sandwich legit was one of the hardest bosses I've ever had in encounter.
Oh,
so far,
I
you know.
agree. I agree. I
do
very
like the boss,
much.
though. What do you mean?
I do like it,
It's
but I've
quite-
had trouble fighting it.
How so?
I mean, you can watch my live stream. I had it fighting it.
We're just not good at video games, okay? There, I said it.
I guess that makes sense.
People don't come to us to see us master video games. I'm not sure why they come to see us, but I appreciate it. I haven't figured that out yet myself. I just turn the thing on and people walk in and say hi. I don't know.
So take. I don't know. Are you taking the break, shenanigans, or?
Summon word. I was just dancing next to. I thought it was Kit Kat. I don't know. I'm just dancing
Kit Kat.
next to people. That's what I do. Dancing. What is the summon word? May join for a moment. Oh yeah. Let me drop a summon. We'll see, friends. Here's the summon word. Summon word is Cape 38. CAPE 38. There you go.
Well, are we taking a break or? What's
Yeah.
the scenario?
Yeah, we'll take a break and then we'll come back. We'll have some story time. We got 3 Florida Man stories, an animal story, a kind of sort of tech story. It's about AQ3D and World of Warcraft Mobile. Then I got some personal stories. We'll see where that goes. I'll at least talk about one of the big ones, and we'll see how the room reacts.
Okay, I'm waiting for that one.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, BRB. If I can find it on my screen. Well, it doesn't exist anymore, so I guess I can't leave. No, there it is. All right.
Everybody will be taking a break, so I hope you enjoy. Hey, Kit Kat, you there? Kit Kat?
Yeah, what's up?
Now take a look at my Be Right Back screen. What do you think of it?
Hold on a second. Yeah.
You like it?
That's awesome. Right on. Oh, am I facing the wrong way? I sure am.
Yeah.
You turn around. Oh, I'm facing the right way. It looked like I was backwards. I'm backwards in yours. That's weird. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, but Shenanigans, you there?
I'm over here.
I'm here.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll be back.
So when we end our stream, we're rating two separate people that are co-streaming. If they're still alive, they're playing the Forest, both sides. Okay.
Alright.
I think that'd be a cool idea. You know,
You what?
well, we'll be rating somebody that's co-streaming.
Oh, okay.
One person, they're playing the Forest, and they're co-streaming like we are, but with a question. So I think it'll be, and they're really cool people.
How long have you done with them? So,
You know, Kit Kat made an axolotl.
What?
I made an axolotl for axolotl.
Actual model?
Yeah, I made an axolotl. You want to see the axolotl?
I don't know what you're saying.
I made a axolotl.
Actual model?
Axel,
Yeah.
an axolotl is an animal.
I don't
like
know
a
what that is.
fish. It's a
Look
fish.
what-
Like,
It's a type of salamander.
yeah.
But look it up. There you go. Yeah, there's the axolotl.
They're like very cute, like little fish. Very cute one.
There you go, Nandor. There's axolotl.
I know what they are, but yeah.
Oh,
If you guys
okay.
play Minecraft, they're in
What's-
Minecraft. It'll be easier to see if you check on
Who's that?
What? That's axolotl.
I know, but who is it? Who is it?
That was just a random axolotl I did.
Oh, okay. I thought it's like someone that's gonna join in. Yeah. Or something.
Well, I have the pink lion if I ever Costream with Pink Lion again. That'll be him.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know who Pink Lion was, right?
Yeah.
That Lord knows who he is.
I have not seen him in a long time. He's still on my friends list. I just haven't seen him in like such.
Yeah, I think he had a video he uploaded about the Great Bush Race, and somebody in his video is disposed of somebody in that video. Were in the video, so he had to delete it.
Dang.
Then after that he went to the download part of trying to get it, and he stopped.
Oh. I guess
Not
that's one of
as-
the reasons.
Not as terrible as the story of Kaioken. What happened to him?
Hmm.
You know what happened to him, right? Yeah, with Kaioken.
I don't think I even want to say why he's not here. And it's not something that should be talked about during stream, even if we're all AFK.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
I
we
just
all
know that. I'll sum it up. He went to Venture Quest 3D, then he went to Roblox, then he went to WoW, then RuneScape and stopped.
Hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
I only hope for the best for him.
Yes, I do.
Hmm.
I would like to see his
Well-
streams again, but
I just like the sauce as well.
yeah, but that was. Oof.
Yeah, I know a long time ago. But does he still stream though?
I don't know. I know Dagger still streams.
Hmm. Yeah, he does his own thing.
All
What was he
right.
saying? Hey, welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome.
We're doing a split raid.
Oh, really? Huh.
The person that's streaming with Noah, named Zach,
Okay.
is streaming the Force too. So we'll go raid one person, and one other person goes to raid the other one.
You'll have to explain that to me. I'm a little slow.
In other words, I go raid Noah,
Okay.
and you go raid Zach.
Okay. I'll probably need
They're
the.
going-
probably
I
need
will
the
send it to
channel.
you right now
Thanks,
because
man.
because I have a stream up right now. I'm watching.
Okay.
it.
All
And
right.
tell them we'll prepare what'll happen. You know, if
Okay.
they're still streaming, we'll raid them.
Okay.
Most likely they do because Noah lives on California's coast. So
Hmm.
All right. Roxy, thank you. Sticking you on the other monitor. 2 screens now. Very nice. Roxy's catching
and
up.
we do have a link, Roxy, that allows you to watch us both on one screen.
That is true. Let me grab
The
that
only
if you
issue it has,
want it. I'm just gonna throw it
only
in
issue
chat,
it
and
has
whoever wants it has it.
it's not the best with ads because when the ad plays, the video will stop.
Yeah, that's true. That'll happen. That's a Twitch thing. Twitch don't like that. You can see Kiba and I and have both chats open at the same time.
What's the command for it though, so I could view it as well?
I think we don't have the command.
I don't
Oh, then how do I
know.
view it?
Are you
Because-
here? I'll drop it in the.
I'll drop
Chat.
it in my chat too.
I'll drop it in the Discord channel.
But here's the
Alright.
issue. We didn't made a link for it because we
We actually switched it. Well, yeah, we were using another one, and
Hmm.
I gotta see if I can update. I don't even remember if I had a command for it. I'll have to check that out.
We didn't did it because
I'm pretty sure I had a
at the
command
time,
for it,
we
but
mostly
it's not
stream with
updated.
more than one person.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
stream With Wisdom Master, we need to get content with Wisdom Master. This stuff kind of just broken.
Well, man, yeah. When things happen the way they did with me, though, man, like I'm still I'm still catching up, and man, dude, oh my gosh, my life is making big changes in short amount of time, but it's all so good. That'll be part of story time. We'll get to it.
Okay, let's
All
go
right.
to story time.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Story time. Naku says, it's been fun.
Let me
10 minutes
close
ahead
the
now.
live stream I have open.
Have a great stream. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Have a good one, Naku. Bam! Story time. We have our stories. Many, many stories. Let's just go ahead and start with this adventure quest and we'll get that out of the way. Do we want to preface it by talking about the actual report from Washington Post?
If you want to, then
I guess so. Yeah, we'll just kind of go over it. Yeah, so we'll start by saying Washington Post said Blizzard reportedly cans WoW mobile game over financial dispute. And this is only a few days ago, right? This article, I believe. Activision Blizzard NetEase canceled the joint World of Warcraft mobile game following a dispute over financial terms. The unannounced project, codenamed Neptune, developed in secrecy for 3 years before being scuttled, according to a report from Bloomberg. Neptune was intended as a spin-off of Blizzard's World of Warcraft, the MMORPG game series. Let's see, released in 2004. So it's a spin-off. Title was slated to release as a mobile game set in the Warcraft universe, but taking place at a different time period from the main games.
That's like the best way to do a games because
Yeah, it
that's
is.
like the best way.
The World of Warcraft series, which itself is a spin-off of the strategy series Warcraft. It's only available on Windows and Mac OS. The upcoming expansion Dragonflight, set to release late 2022. Blizzard spokesperson Andrew Reynolds disputed Bloomberg's characterization of the relationship between the studio and NetEase. We continue to have extremely successful relationship with them. Entirely untrue to suggest there have been financial disputes, Reynolds wrote in an email to Washington Post. Cancelled projects are common in the industry. Games get pitched, developed, and scrapped within studios all the time. Assets from a canceled project are often reappropriated for another. Everyone knows, of course, that Overwatch was the phoenix that rose from the ashes of Project Titan, an MMORPG that was quietly shut down in 2013 by Blizzard. But after Neptune was canceled, NetEase
Can you
also...
pause it for a second, Shenanigans?
Any what?
The people can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
For some reason, yeah, I gotta add Discord to as a source, so give me a second.
Do we got a problem? Hello?
Yeah, give me a
Everything
second.
good?
They can't hear you. They can't. So the
I
people, yeah, I gotta add Discord.
It must
so
be
give
a
me second.
Discord problem.
No, it's not a Discord problem. It's got to add as a source because one window up, sometimes it.
I'm looking. I mean,
No,
my mic
that's
looks like
me
it's...
add on because they can't hear you. Yes, I did triple shot. Don't worry.
Brassel confirms that he can hear me on YouTube just fine.
On my side?
I don't know. No, on my side he can hear me. So it sounds like it might be a source problem on your end.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
gotcha.
You sound fine on Twitch.
On my side, not on Kiba's apparently. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Roxy says she has the multi-stream up but can't type because it won't log her in due to pop-up blockers. Unmuted on regular Twitch. Everything's fine on that side. So it's got to be something to do on your side, Kiba.
There you go.
Are we good?
Oh.
Hello. Welcome.
I think they can't right now, so give me a second.
Okay.
I hear Sheenan's on Kiba's. So
Oh?
There's also another issue as well.
What is that?
What's up?
And mods or owners cannot type because it says that the Twitch chat window is obscured by another. That's just what it tells me.
Interesting.
Just,
Like if you try to type in that multi-stream chat, is that what you're talking about?
I'll just show it in a screenshot.
Okay.
That I'll show what I mean. Here it is.
More technical difficulties.
right?
You can check general
Okay,
chat.
I'm
and,
looking.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Let me take a close look at that. Chatting is disabled for channel owner /mods because the Twitch chat window is obscured by another element. So what it sounds like to me is that Twitch has decided to find a way to disable that. That's what it sounds like. Twitch has been cracking down on anything like this because, you know, they hate fun. I don't understand. I really don't. Like, they were talking about, back in the days when Mixer was still around, they were talking about making the squad streams a thing. And that has gone like radio silent. I haven't heard anything about it. Which would basically have been a multi-stream, is what they would have called it. What they did call it on Mixer at the time. It was a great feature. Multi-streaming on Mixer was a great feature.
Let me do this because they hear W of you now. So let me do this.
Oh, lovely. That's even worse. Hearing double of me is like worse than hearing none of me.
It's like,
And I have both streams muted, so just to not have any echoes.
We shall wait and see. I'm gonna turn the story time graphic off on my side so you all can watch the beautiful dancing. Give you something to entertain you.
I forgot to dance.
Look,
as
a
well.
bank tab. I can go to my bank wherever I want. Thanks to Kiba. Thank you, Kiba.
I was there for the entire
Wait
time.
and see what Kiba's got figured out on his audio. I know he's got a rather, I don't want to use the word complicated. What's a slightly lesser, invested, let's put it that way. An invested setup when it comes to his, like, audio. And sometimes things happen. I mean, I suppose if I tried it, I'd call it complicated. Because I'm a simple man. Simple in, like, both meanings of the word simple. We're waiting on Kiba. We want to tell stories.
yeah.
We want to tell all the stories. I guess not really a story time kind of story, but just we'll throw in some bonus information. That those stuffed cabbage rolls are fantastic. Yeah, they are. I've never had stuffed cabbage rolls before. We just, on a lark, kind of tried them. Well, see, what happened was a neighbor happened to drop off some extra food. They were just like, hey, I don't know if you guys want it, some green tomatoes, some bay leaves, just a bunch of cucumbers, some random stuff. Half a head of cabbage. I'm like, what are we going to do with half a head of cabbage? We don't use cabbage that much. And we were like, my sister, okay, she has like the world encyclopedia of cookbooks. Like, if there's a good, like, I don't know if there's some kind of criteria of like what makes a good cookbook. I'll have to ask her what the criteria is. But if it reaches a certain threshold, and it exists, she probably has it. It's like an entire library.
Okay, I think I fixed it.
It's multiple shelves. Hello. Welcome.
What did you fix, Kiba?
Audio, hopefully.
There you go.
I'll just keep talking about the stuffed cabbage rolls, and you can tell me if it's good. So the
It works.
she pulls up one of her many books. She's got a couple of favorites. She's like, I'm sure there's something in here. I love this book. She's like, stuffed cabbage rolls. Hey, I haven't had those. Well, she has a friend that made them. She's like, yeah, these are good. I haven't had them before. I'm not a man of culture, I'm a simple man, like I said. And I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. Okay, sure, let's try it. But the texture, I don't have a lot of experience with cabbage other than like, sometimes they're in like spring rolls and egg roll kind of stuff. and coleslaw and sauerkraut. That's about, when you ask me when I, what kind of food do you make, do you make out of cabbage? That's pretty much the only answers I have. There's like a soup, right? I'm sure there's a soup that you can put cabbage in, but I've never had it. I don't know. Cabbage just isn't one of them things that pops out at me like, oh yeah, let's have this. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's try it. So we put some stuff together and delicious. The one thing I was kind of surprised about was the texture of, because you boil the cabbage, to soften the leaves up. And I think the texture, especially after we baked it, was almost similar to like a baked, like a cooked lasagna noodle.
So everything's good and all.
Everything's good.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It's good stuff. And then we're gonna take the leftover mix. We had a lot of leftover mix. We're gonna make some stuffed peppers too. Don't want that stuff to go to waste. I've had those before. I like those. Even the I've had those like Stouffer or whatever ones, and usually the stuff you get out of some of those are hit and miss as far as taste goes, but I thought even those ones were pretty good. I remember the stuffed peppers from the Stouffer box giving me some pretty bad gas though. remember having that and then going over to a friend's house and just stinking them out. They're like, what did you eat? I was like, stuffed stuffed peppers, and they're just like, and then you decided to come over here. That's how you know they're true friends, if they don't kick you out when that happens. It's a good test. I'm just saying, it's a good test of friend loyalty. If you're still allowed to come back after that, you know it's a solid friendship. How's the audio, Kiba? We good? Can we go back to like actual story time? We all right?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Story time resumes. Right. So we were talking about. We'll just go real quick over that then. What you guys missed over on Kiba's side, talking about how the World of Warcraft mobile game, which is going to be a spin-off of WoW, was reportedly canceled over a financial dispute between NetEase and Activision Blizzard. Blizzard's claiming that that's entirely untrue. So that's and then of course they talked about how scrap projects can become other things, like Overwatch was Titan. That you're pretty much caught up. Roxy says, it must be my son's best friend then. He farts a lot. Yeah, exactly. You haven't abandoned him somewhere, like in the woods or something. That's how it goes. I mean, that's motherly love right there. It says here that after Neptune was canceled, NetEase dissolved a team of over 100 members working on the project. Reports Bloomberg, only some of those employees were offered opportunities elsewhere in NetEase. China boasts gargantuan 660 million mobile gamer market. The conflict between NetEase and Blizzard has cast doubts over future collaborations. NetEase, Internet Technology Corporation based in Hangzhou, has been Blizzard's partner in China since 2008. Traditionally, the company's role has been to steward Blizzard's games and Battle.net in China, but the partnership between the two companies has since evolved into joint development. Diablo Immortal, the mobile game based on the Diablo series, marked the first time NetEase and Blizzard developed the title together. The gaming public responded to Diablo Immortal with backlash, taking issue with the approach to monetization. That has not stopped the game from being a huge earner. Generated $49 million in its first month. As I understand, it's raking in like $1 million a day on average. Despite the success, Activision Blizzard's quarterly earnings reported Monday showed drops across revenue, income, and monthly active users, among other metrics. The company has also been under intense scrutiny from regulators, public, and its own workers for issues ranging from sexual harassment allegations to the lifting of vaccine mandates. Not sure what the details of that story are, but I could go click on it and find out. But we've got other things to discuss. Not that interested. Other than the fact that, yeah, Blizzard's had a lot of controversy over the last couple years. All right, so in light of that, we have an article from AQ3D that says, the Adventure Quest 3D team apologizes to Blizzard for World of Warcraft Mobile's cancellation. So, this sounds like this is going to be like a flex in disguise. I'm just saying. All right, let's find out. When we saw the news articles about World of Warcraft being canceled, we just felt terrible. It was obvious that the market share of Adventure Quest 3D, our already live 3D, cross-platform, free, not pay-to-win MMORPG, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, right, would have cost them a potential loss of players in the double, perhaps even triple digits. Okay. AQ3D has often been compared to World of Warcraft, and the sea of Chinese WoW knockoffs, ours was made right here in the USA. As a longtime fan and player of World of Warcraft, disheartened to hear the news. Hindsight being 2022, it was a strategic and wise move. With our 20th anniversary coming this October, the launch of the mobile version of our 2D Adventure Quest Worlds game, their marketing efforts would have been completely drowned out by the frenzy of cheers from the 5 or so people who actually tweet nice things at me on Twitter. Said Adam Bone. Bon? Is that how you pronounce it? Right? Bon?
Mm-hmm.
Which we know is Artix. CEO Paladin of Artix Entertainment. Yeah, Adam Bond. That's how it's pronounced. So until Blizzard builds a massively multiplayer game for mobile, there's at least one MMO you should be playing. If the servers for that one are down, try Adventure Quest 3D. Nice. That's a very nice apology. Heavy air quotes. Love it. It says here about the game. I see a couple of funny things in there. Free cross-platform. We all know what AQ3D is. New content weekly-ish by Artix Entertainment. Started as a Kickstarter 2015. The MMO is still going strong. And it appeared on the TV show Designated Survivor. Held special guest events featuring Korn, Breaking Benjamin, Alice in Chains, and Aurelio Voltaire. The game continues to be updated by a small, yet very passionate team that really needs the traffic. Send players. Funny. All right. Yeah, so, a backhanded apology. I like it. They could have lost 2 or even 3 digits worth of players.
I mean, there were some former WoW players playing Adventure Quest 3D.
Raise his hand. Hello.
I mean, actually from Shadowlands.
Oh, gotcha.
Not, I mean, if you count me, so I'm a former, you're a former.
Yeah.
Not of Kit Kat or neither.
My last time logged in, I bought Cataclysm. Didn't want to go to Pandaland. I definitely didn't want to pay more money for Pandaland, and just decided that I was done after about a month after Pandaland's released. Just said I'm done. When did you play, Kiba?
I went up to, I think, Wrath, the Earth King.
Okay.
After that, I had some taste of Pandaland, see how it is.
Right.
I do somewhat like the area.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
It looks pretty. I'll give it that.
I like the area. I like the trinkets they had. They added the trinkets was the best part.
Mm.
And some other stuff after that, but was it Cataclysm? When did Cataclysm release?
I don't remember now. I started towards the tail end of Vanilla. Vanilla was still out. Burning Crusade had not released yet. And then played up through Cata. I don't remember when Cata released.
When did Cataclysm release? That was something else.
Mm-hmm. WoW Cataclysm. WoW Cataclysm.
When did WoW Cataclysm release? 2010.
2010.
Wrath was
It's been a long
2008.
time.
Mists of Pandora was so. I kind of stopped during the ending of, I think, Wrath.
Okay.
No, during Cataclysm.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like what was going on.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I had a little taste of Panda. Like going back in, plays Panda. And after that, I just stopped.
Yeah, I quit a long time after, I didn't jump. So I played up to Wrath, Played Wrath for a little, well, not a little, but a while, and then Kata came out, and I wasn't really interested for a long time, and so I didn't get into Kata until a little later. Not like when it released, that's for sure. What do you think about Hogwarts Legacy? Looking forward to that game. I don't think I've even heard about it.
It's the Harry Potter game that takes place like a few hundred years in the past.
In the past. I'm assuming this is some kind of like an MMORPG?
No, single player.
No? Oh, it's a single-player game. Okay. I thought maybe Brassel brought it up because we were talking about MMOs. Single-player. No, I'll have to look into it. I mean, that said, I'm not really that big of a Harry Potter fan in general, but I mean, if the game's okay, I guess I'll try it. Because there was this one game that I played, a little indie game on Steam, that very much had like a Harry Potter vibe to it. It was really weird. It was like Harry Potter, but like kind of dark, almost like Harry Potter meets Diablo storyline. I'll have to look it up. I got a screenshot of some leprechauns mooning people.
And that's on your Steam profile.
Yeah, it's on the Steam profile. It's from that game, whatever that was. That ended up being kind of an interesting game. It was all right. It surprised me. It was better than I thought it would be. It wasn't a Harry Potter game, but it very much they had a whole wizarding school, and it was very Harry Potter-esque. I dropped a few frames. You'd like to see it as an MMO. It does look like a good game. You've never played any of the others. I've never played any of the other Harry Potter games, but I've seen other people play them, and they seem pretty strange.
The first 3 Harry Potter games are released before the movie, and they're based on the book.
Okay.
Afterwards, they're based on the movies. So a lot of exploration and all gets lost.
Right, got it. Well, let's move on to our animal story. You'll fill me in on the Harry Potter game. I'll go take a look at it. Brassel tends to know what kind of games I like.
Right.
So we'll see. He's the one that was like, dude, you probably like Project Zomboid. I'm like, well, I don't know. And he's like, well, check it out. And I'm like, sucked in for like 2 months. I haven't played it again. I haven't played it in a while, mainly because I've been busy. But I'm definitely I want to get into that, and one of these nights I'm going to play it. One of these nights I'll play it on stream. I got a really good idea.
We might just do a solo night or something.
Right, exactly. We'll see how things work. I intend to get back to more streaming than once a week AQ3D too, but oh man, being torn in so many different directions. And there's only one path I can truly follow. That's a hint towards later. Okay, I got to go to bed. Good night, y'all. All right, Roxy, no problem. Let's go.
Roxy.
Let's go. Here we got a story. Animal story. Thousands of stolen bees. Have we told this one? I don't think we've told this one. Thousands of stolen bees find their way home. Does that sound familiar to anybody? I don't recall.
I think we didn't. We didn't read about this one.
I don't think we've read this one, right? Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
We read about it with the pump, but not read about the 1,000 bees.
Right. Okay. Just wait till they do the animal update in like a year or so. Yeah, the Project Zomboid. I'm waiting to... I'll tell you what, they got some really good ideas for the NPCs, like their branching storyline stuff. I think that's going to sound really good when they get that. I don't know if like animals, like having farm animals or whatever, really does that much for me. To be honest, like, yeah, before we get the animal story, I guess I will talk about the Project Zomboid animal update thing. I don't know, like, if that's real. I mean, it'll be a new way to play, so I think that'll be interesting. And maybe, like, what I hear they got coming down the road sounds more interesting to me than the animal update, if that makes sense. You know, like the idea of they're going to open up like an entire almost like pseudo medieval kind of crafting. And so you'll be doing foraging and all kinds of stuff or something like that. That sounds cool. And then obviously the branching storylines for NPCs, for human NPCs sounds really good. Right, but the animal, yeah, they're going to start testing and getting the groundwork for the NPCs based off of animals and their behavior.
Yeah, because
I just don't know if I want to like farm animals.
Curated world, correct?
Yes.
So they gotta, if they do add NPCs.
Well,
they gotta make
no, I take that back. The maps are pre-generated. This building is always in this location.
sure- Okay, I thought it was randomly generated every time.
No. Sorry, it took me a minute to process that, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. No, they are not randomly generated. 7 Days to Die has an option for that, but yeah, not Project Zomboid. The maps of Project Zomboid are quite extensive, though. They're very large.
Mm-hmm.
If you get used to playing in one area for a while, like you want to experience the game in a different way, just choose a new starting area or get a mod that'll like give you random starting areas. You can be really surprised.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so moving into the story. Thousands of bees stolen from a county estate. No, I'm sorry. Let's start that over. It's country estate. Don't know how important that'll be, but let's get it right. Thousands of bees stolen from a country estate have returned by themselves after apparently fleeing their captors. What? More than 400,000 of the insects were stolen in 5 hives, with officials believing the culprit is likely to be a local beekeeper. They were stolen from Tresillian House, Cornwall, UK, in an audacious heist. The culprit's tire tracks in the grass was the only evidence. Police said they believed the hives were being stored locally, and now the industrious honeymakers have started to return of their own accord. Huh. Assistant beekeeper Catherine Barnes said the returning bees were being put into a new hive as they returned. The suspect...
OBS is disconnected.
Oh, no. All right, well, we'll pause that story. Man, it's one of those nights.
It is.
Reconnected.
A mod randomly chooses your traits. Yeah, those are pretty weird, too.
Okay, I'm back.
Fun stuff. Okay. Right, so, assistant beekeeper Catherine Barnes said the returning bees were being put into a new hive as they were returned. They suspect the bees are nearby and hope all will return to the estate in St. Newland East, Cornwall. She said there are so many, it indicates that they are nearby and are on their way back home. If bees are moved less than a mile, they go back to where they were before. They will probably all come back if they are chasing after a smell. That's our hope. The 5 hives were taken between 6 p.m. June 11th and 6 a.m. on June 12th. Head beekeeper Guy Barnes said he felt stressed and emotional by the theft. He said each hive contained 80,000 bees. Removing all 5 of them would have required expertise and a large vehicle. Guy said he believed the heist must have been carried out by another beekeeper, as beehives are heavy and tricky to transport and handle. He said it might have been for the money, but I don't know. Unfortunately, my gut feeling is it's another beekeeper. The plot thickens, huh? You need to know what time of day to get them, have multiple people, and have a vehicle big enough to transport them. They are such an important part of our local ecosystem. For beekeepers, it's labor of love, and it's 10 years' work. I got the devastating call Sunday morning. Photos of this pair of tracks going into the field, and just empty sites where all the hives were. Sergeant Steve Applewhite, who was also a beekeeper, said, "We have been told some bees have returned to the site where the hives were. Before being stolen means it is likely these hives have been initially relocated or stored only a few miles away from Tresillian House. It would also take quite a large vehicle to carry a cargo of this considerable weight. Be incredibly difficult to handle and carry alone. It's a well-used road, so very likely that passing drivers may have been suspicious people or the vehicle carrying the hives. May have seen suspicious people. Getting late, apparently. I can't read. I can't see the words properly. This crime is of concern, as not only has it meant that a person's property has been stolen, but as a beekeeper myself, I'm also concerned for the welfare of the stolen bees. We are appealing for witnesses, asking for anyone who was in the area late Saturday and into Sunday to report anything of note. Also asking for our public to check CCTV and road users to check dash cams in case they captured anything of note." Huh. So, bees who have been relocated less than a mile away will be able to fly back home. Obviously due to some kind of a tracking mechanism that bees have, which is pretty cool. Beekeepers are beekeepers are cutthroat. Apparently, excuse me. Yeah, it does make sense that you'd have to know enough about beekeepers and the hives and all that to want to move them, to be good at moving them. So yeah. Wow. That almost sounds like, what was that? Wasn't there a story about like, oh man, trying to think. Didn't we read a story about some kind of like a fake bird ring operation? You guys remember something like that? Some guy was trying to sell birds off as like a totally different type because there was a huge market for them. They were like super rare birds, but the ones he had were like a very common variant, and he kept mislabeling because he knew they were worth more money if he mislabeled them.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, man.
That's up.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of crazy, let's move on to Florida Man. Florida Man does whatever a Florida man does. This time, what does Florida Man do? We got 3 stories. Let's go with the first one. Homeowner chases naked, mud-covered robber through neighborhood. Then hunt takes unexpected turn. That's a title for you. Florida homeowner shot a naked, mud-covered man who had allegedly broken into his house Wednesday morning. In a Thursday interview with WJAX-TV, William Kerr said he had been heading to his office after his wife had started preparing to head out for an appointment when he spotted the intruder. Got the door open about a foot, and I see this guy standing there. He's got my rifle, BB rifle. He's standing there with the rifle like this, the butt facing me, and he's fixing to clock me, Kerr said, recollecting the moment when he first learned there was a stranger inside. Excuse me. Kerr said he quickly shut the door as soon as he saw him. I heard him messing with the other door in the room, so I'm thinking, oh man, Tina's out there in the car fixing to go. To protect himself and his wife, Kerr ran to his kitchen, took out a cleaver, went out the door. By the time I went out the door, he's already at the mailbox, Kerr said. I got a next-door neighbor with a little kid. The lady across the street is kind of elderly, Kerr said, worried that the naked man could harm his neighbors. Kerr decided to chase the man down the street, even though police were there at the time, and Kerr had indicated the intruder's location to them by pointing at him. There's a privacy fence in that lot. Well, I drove down a little bit. I see him. He's broken off a piece of this privacy fence. Come on out, police officers driving up the street. They'll be here in just a second, Kerr recollected telling the man. Kerr said the intruder got up, began trying to hit Kerr with a 3-foot-long, several-inch-thick stick. That was when Kerr pulled out his weapon. Kerr said he had aimed for the man's hands when he shot him in hopes of getting the intruder to drop it. Just after Kerr shot the intruder, an officer drove down the street, waved him down. I'm like, he's right here. And he tried to run still, the homeowner said. The man who was shot underwent surgery for his injuries. Hope the best for him. I don't hope anything bad, Kerr told the news station. It's a traumatic situation on both our part. Homeowner told WJAX-TV the intruder had also stolen $400. Money Kerr said would have gladly given the man should he had requested the help. Before the intruder went to Kerr's home, he was spotted by another neighbor who saw him walking up his dock naked and muddy. Man, got a cough here.
Drink some water.
I'm trying. I don't know what's going on. It's like stuck or something. The neighbor, according to the news station, handed the man some shorts, water, and food before calling 911. However, the man left the area near the neighbor's home and went towards Kerr's. He was jacked up on something. He was dirty as heck, Kerr described to WJAX-TV. The time he tried to ram me in there, he was going, woo, woo, and even when he was swinging the stick, he was like, woo, and his eyes were like golf balls. Wow. He just looked like he was possessed. He was acting like he was possessed, Kerr said. Police detained Kerr for questioning, later released him. Unclear if he would face any charges, according to WJAX-TV. Kerr claimed self-defense. If you're in imminent fear of death or great bodily harm, you can probably defend yourself and claim self-defense, WJAX law and safety expert Dale Carson said. According to Carson, however, it would be difficult to prove that one was in imminent fear of death or great bodily harm. His advice, don't follow people out of your house. Call law enforcement and allow them to manage it. If you get involved, possibility you could ultimately be charged with manslaughter or even murder. Sounds like something Florida man would do. Just a moment, try to clear the throat again. Maybe, maybe not. We'll hope. All right, moving on. Second story. More Florida man insanity. Florida woman with an open bottle of Jack Daniels arrested for driving golf cart on a highway while drunk. I swear we've heard this story before. I think it's just a regular occurrence in Florida. Titusville. This is a new story. Happened recently. A woman with an open bottle of Jack Daniels whiskey in a bag was arrested for driving a golf cart on Florida's busiest interstate while drunk. 58-year-old woman was arrested Saturday night in the shoulder of I-95. She's now facing misdemeanor charges, disorderly intoxication in a public place, resisting an officer without violence. According to a Florida Highway Patrol report, semi-truck driver spotted the woman driving in the golf cart in the center lane of I-95 in Brevard County, which is the heart of Florida's Space Coast. The truck driver advised she observed the driver of the golf cart passing out while driving, the report said. Truck driver used her semi to steer the golf cart to the shoulder of the interstate. Once at the shoulder, the truck driver grabbed the keys of the golf cart as the woman tried to drive away. Once troopers arrived at the scene, the woman started arguing with them and insisted she needed her bag. Inside the bag, troopers found an open bottle of Jack Daniels Tennessee Fire whiskey, authorities said. Interstate 95 stretches up and down the East Coast as Florida's busiest interstate highway, according to the Federal Highway Administration. I mean, you know, golf cart on the highway, drunk driving. It's an average Saturday night.
Right.
Right? It is for Florida woman.
Yep.
Can you imagine what it's... I know that these stories are only, that 0.001%, of like all the stuff that happens in Florida. But if you was to just think that they were far more common than they actually are, could you imagine what Florida would actually look like? Be the most dangerous land in the world.
Yeah, I disconnected from the game since we're not playing it.
Chaos everywhere. Did I disconnect?
No, I disconnected.
Oh.
Just give me a heads up.
Okay. Well, I made sure to reactivate. There we go. In the meantime, we got one more story. Is it okay to keep going with the stories?
Yep.
One more Florida man story. Here we go. From the Free Press. Tampa Bay Free Press. Words, I know them. Florida man attacked by lawn worker with a weed whacker. That's right. Florida man is recovering after confrontation with his lawn worker led him to being attacked with a weed whacker. According to Lee County Sheriff's Office report, on Wednesday, a landscaper who had been working for the victim did unauthorized work and demanded payment. The victim told the man he didn't have the money at the time, but he would have it the following day after getting paid. Deputies say the landscaper retreated towards his black pickup truck to retrieve a weed whacker, demanding payment. Throw it again, hold on. Alright, the victim offered a partial payment. As the worker approached him with a gas-powered weed trimmer, continued to demand payment. The man began chasing the victim around the neighbor's car and yard, swinging the weed whacker. At one point, he shoved the weed whacker in the victim's face, causing injuries. Ooh, that doesn't sound fun at all. Landscaper fled the area, but the scene was caught on home surveillance cameras. No arrest has been made in this case, and the investigation continues. Well, they're going to know who did it if he had hired him. I don't see how... we're talking about Florida man here. He's not thinking it over. He's going to get caught eventually. This is...
So,
Wow.
Are you still streaming on other platforms or what?
Yes, as far as I know, everything's working just fine. Yeah,
I could check if you're actually streaming or not.
you can if you want. Yeah,
Do you remember your D-Live shenanigans?
I can bring it up for you.
D-Live shenanigans.
It's DLive's TV, DLive.tv/Shenans. It is working.
Okay. Maybe you grandfathered in. Who knows?
I don't know. Maybe they haven't implemented everything fully.
Yeah.
I'm checking Trovo real quick too, just to make sure. It says it's streaming. Let me go look. Yeah, it says it's live. Yeah. As far as I know, everything's good. I don't know. Anyway, there's our Florida man stories for the night. I'm considering taking a short break maybe to help with my throat, figure out what's going on there.
Take the short break.
The next stuff is like personal story information. I'm hoping we can kind of play a game while I'm talking about that, since I'm not gonna be reading anything.
Yeah, we can play golf. First,
Yeah, if you want.
First, let's take a break. Let the blue troll get this throat clear.
Clear out the throat. I don't know what's going on, because I still got a lot to talk about. We'll see how it goes. I got some interesting things to talk about. It's been a crazy
Drink
week.
some water and all that. Get your throat cleared. And...
Right? Maybe I need some like honey lemon. I can ask those beekeepers for some honey.
I mean, if you have some honey, then lemon will help.
Right?
Have some.
Right? I'm just gonna go ask the
local
beekeepers.
Honey is the best honey.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ask the beekeepers, see if they've seen anything suspicious.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back. Guess we're going straight to golf with friends when we come back.
Break, everybody.
I'll just leave this up for now until I know. I'm gonna put a BRB over the story time just as it is till we figure out what we're doing.
Yep.
All right, we shall return in a moment.
Okay. Yep. You okay, Kit Kat?
Nah.
Hey, not much to do in AQ today, but
Yeah,
we went some golf. We just got stuff we did, and that's the most important part. We got the stuff that we wanted to get done. You know, let's check it out. Blah blah blah.
As long as we all had fun.
Yeah, I got the aura up, so that's all. I'm good. I don't need to get the aura. I got it already.
I don't have need for the aura.
I got it because I'm guessing I won't return. Just a little hunch I have. Yeah, dailies reset it. So are you doing the dailies or not?
I don't feel like doing dailies, to be honest.
Yeah. I know Kit Kat's almost there, but still leveling up.
That's good for him, at least. I won't do any dailies.
You don't need to.
I know.
Only ones you... Yeah, the only ones you might need to is the pet feed if you want to, but that's about it.
I think I'm okay with pets. I have far too many. And
you
especially some that I might never use.
It's unlimited.
I'll never use them though.
How about travel forms?
I have so many travel forms that there's majority I don't even use. Just the Shadow Mogul that I'm always using.
That or some other one. Or the jet plane.
The jet plane is a different story as it's a rare, and of course I've been constantly using it ever since I got it.
Yeah, that's one of the things I need to get.
I've gotten a couple people who actually who actually wanted it, like through the methods that I've been doing, as you already know how,
Mhm.
with just giving out the free nitro chests. I've gotten like a couple people that got nitro. I mean, no, bomber.
Everybody's giving
I'm
out free nitro. Don't click his sussy links.
No, I would never.
He's a sussy baka.
Maybe. But I already got like a bunch of people with the bomber with just the methods I just been doing. Yeah. I could not be more happy for them. I already gotten like 4 bombers at this point, along with helping them.
Yeah, I played VR chat recently. I actually enjoyed it. We had a private room, and I don't have a VR headset though. But it's pretty good. What you could do, we pretty much played a game of miniature golf. We played Among Us and all that. And
It's actually pretty good to hear.
then we went on a safari ride. So I was thinking about if we could do do a private session of VR chat and just play together one night. This is
Wait,
cool
what?
stuff. What's up?
Honestly, that would be amazing.
Kika, you ever heard of VR chat?
No.
It's a virtual world that allows you to, if you have VR set, you can allow you to play, but you don't need a virtual hard headset. And
You could play it on
and
Steam though.
Mhm.
You can play on Steam. You could play it on Steam though without using a
VR headset.
VR set. Yeah, and that's what I usually use.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of cool stuff. And it allows you to go to different worlds people created. I know someone made a Safari. It has
of
a
it like
moving
Roblox.
vehicle, but better.
Yes. Think of it like
Roblox.
Roblox.
Hey, Roblox is a corporation that's very scummy.
You're not
You-
wrong.
If you know about if you know what's going on.
I do have a recollection of what's going on, but feel free to remind me. As
Oh, remember they don't
I
have a
almost
full.
went there.
Yeah, they don't have a form site anymore, and they got rid of it. So people doing the businesses on Discord will not get help if something happens because they're using a third-party app to get business on.
That happens.
That means if you have trouble, they won't help you.
I'm glad I won't have any problems.
Yeah, that's only if
There's
you make
nothing
money off.
moving.
That's only if you make money off of Roblox, and here's the terrifying part: they have their own money. That's worth something. Because they can exchange it for real money.
Yeah.
So
Bad.
you can buy what?
It's sad, but I guess it's how it kind of is at this point.
Yeah,
At least from what I've seen.
they're that big and they have their own money. So, I mean, Disney used to, but they don't anymore. Have their own money, and they can exchange. What's up?
No, just talking to my cat.
Oh, hello. We're about to play golf soon.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me add you right quick. Let me add you to the. Let me update your avatar on PNG.
Okay.
Because
Hey,
right now
Kiki.
You probably were gonna play it.
Yeah, we're going to play it.
All right.
So,
we're
are you okay, Necro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just in my room playing with the cat.
I was worried about you. Yeah, you disappeared.
I was having some internet troubles. Apparently, they decided to schedule maintenance on the servers and the electronical side of the server, so it was just updating. Or something, I don't know. I just know my internet went out for about an hour.
accidentally just turned on VR chat.
Cool.
We might do that sometime. I'll think about.
I hope so. I just accidentally just loaded up
We
the
could
game.
we could just do a private game with just us, because you get it in private rooms.
I heard VR chat recently suffered a controversy with stupid anti-cheat nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they introduced anti-cheats, which I did not realize it was a game, so that was news to me. I thought it was just something like Second Life, basically, where you can just go to DJ clubs and stuff like that.
That
I
is
didn't know it
pretty
was
much
an
VR
actual
chat.
game.
That is pretty much VR chat. It's you can have your own avatar and all.
Oh, so there's actual games in it as well, or is it just
Yeah.
like
Actual
okay?
games.
Actual game, yes. Yeah.
I
Okay,
played
well,
golf.
now I
played
see why they
Among
added.
Us. They put the anti-cheat to help, but still they're adding. Hopefully, and soon they add quality of life. The quality of life stuff they said, because this the anti-cheat
know.
happened that people couldn't play. People that communicate with sign language can't play the game.
Yeah, I was learning an interpretation that the anti-cheat made it where a lot of mods wouldn't work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Which
But they don't want people to mod the client because there were people that were doing some terrifying
illegal
stuff. With it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard as much. Leave it to the bad people to run it for the good people.
Mm-hmm. And when people do that.
Right. It's like a lot of times nowadays on AQ Worlds, at least from what I've been told, is a lot of people bot openly anymore.
And people legit will announce if they're botting.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like I remember whenever I was still playing that and that game was still fairly new, if you got caught botting, you were banned within the week. Now people do it openly. I'm like, how are you so stupid? And not banned.
They're gonna
I just
I
thought-
added you. I added you. You're on the
Okay.
my live stream now. As your updated
Okay.
icon.
Okay, I am back. So what's going on?
Welcome back, bud.
Hello. So what are we doing?
Nothing might happen.
No, nothing happened.
What's
So, by the
what's?
way, Kiba,
Yeah.
after stream, is it okay if I add you on VR chat?
Yeah. I think about shenanigans.
What?
I think we could do some. Maybe we could do something with VR chat relatable.
I don't think I have VR chat.
It's free.
Okay, I just don't have it
You don't need
installed.
you don't need. I'm talking about something later, like late.
Oh,
or
like
something.
okay, I thought you meant like later this stream.
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
No, not later in the stream, but I'm saying we could do it. And there's so many video games like miniature golf, all that
right,
stuff.
right.
And,
Oh yeah, I've heard about. I've seen a little bit
Cool.
about it. Seems pretty good.
and as long as we do a private group, I think everything should be okay.
Yeah, that should be cool. Should be cool.
Okay. Yeah, I'll download it tonight. If I've
Yeah.
already got download on my computer.
Yeah, I'll make sure to download it.
Where'd you download it at?
Steam, I think,
Steam.
has it.
It's on Steam, but it does support a VR headset, in case anyone would have.
Right. VR
My
chat.
Play without
roommate had a headset, but he sold it for like $100.
Hmm. So
After like having it for like 3 months.
So you need a VR headset then?
You don't.
Oh, okay.
no, you don't.
It's
No,
optional.
you do not need a VR headset, which I did not know until recently.
Since I'm still
I
in
always
AQ.
just assumed you did because the whole name being called VR chat, I assumed it was only VR accessible.
Right. Okay, we're gonna play golf with friends. I see. I'm gonna open my daily chest. I almost forgot to do that. So
Yeah,
crack that open. Dragon crystals,
Make sure
pet
you change-
feed,
make sure you change
and
your
wasteland exile gloves. Yeah, true that. True that. That'll take a little time. But I'll do
You,
it.
know, you can boot up Restream.
It doesn't work as well as you'd think, changing the stuff that way. It doesn't. No, you'd be surprised. It doesn't work for me that well. I need to open my inventory and see what the deal is with those gloves. Nah, I don't really want those, I don't think. 60
You guys
shards,
talking
huh?
about AQ3D?
Yep.
Okay.
There's so much to do today, so.
Alright, so we're leaving AQ3D. I'll go ahead and put some songs on.
There you go.
One thing I wish they'd add to AQ3D is like a universal search through all your banks. That way it's easy to get rid of duplicates.
They do. Well, universal search, but they have it so you can search any item you want in your bank.
Yeah,
Right.
I know, but it's like you have to re-enter it in every one, right? It doesn't just stay there.
So you don't have. You can just click the magnifying glass and search everything. You don't have to click each bank.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. That's what I was basically saying is they need to do something like that because I can't. I want to eventually organize my banks, but it's just like so
Mine
much.
was organized until
Yeah.
they did this update, and everything is not organized anymore.
Yeah, I attempted to do it one day, but after about it turning from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, I was like, okay, screw this.
Okay, host only, friends only. What map should we do?
Oh, I don't know. I'm still changing stuff. You guys take your time.
Map.
What's up?
How
Custom?
about a custom map?
I don't have the jump map because I have to pay money for it. I don't have that.
Oh, there should be like a bunch anywhere.
Yeah, let's do a custom workshop.
All right, give me a moment, and I'll get all these all these games and stuff changed over.
Right? Give me a moment too.
Yeah.
Let me go customize my golf ball as I want to change my trail.
Let's see, a developer approved course.
There we go. And then invite whenever you're ready. I'm just playing another game on mobile.
What game you playing on mobile?
I'm playing a game called Soul Knight,
Okay,
I'm
the
only-
server's up.
which is mainly just a game I would use in the bathroom.
Okay, everybody,
when
what's
I'm-
up?
Okay.
When I'm
We'll get there in a moment.
okay.
You should be able
so-
just to join because you're friends.
Okay. Hang on. Alright, I'm going in.
Well, I'm gonna go, guys.
Okie dokie.
There I'm in.
I just wanted to come check in on you guys.
Oh,
Okay,
we're
and I
doing
think
all
your
right.
turn.
All right, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
I'm getting there. This takes longer than I'd like.
Okay.
It's the downside to
Thanks for the units,
multi-streaming.
That's what?
The downside to
I'm-
multi-streaming.
I'm saying thank you for all the units people are placing down as Stream Raiders. Remember, everybody, you can play this game on your phone if you want to, and it's free.
Oh, Stream Raiders is on mobile?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's gonna make it a lot easier instead of just launching the browser.
You can launch the browser, but if you have a certain amount of followers, you can download the launcher.
Oh. Interesting.
Yes, it usually made designed for captains only. Because you don't want people to abuse it, you know?
That's understandable.
There you go. You still log in the same way you do with your Twitch, and there we go.
I think I'll just stick with the mobile. It just feels easier.
Halfway done.
Halfway.
Take your time.
I know, man. It takes longer than you'd imagine. It's kind of goofy. The thing is, the restream thing doesn't work for everything. And so when
Yeah,
that...
like I went to YouTube mainly and went to Twitch
Yeah.
won't restream.
So it makes it difficult. And I don't know how the YouTube thing is going to handle it. If it's going to make it a separate one since I'm changing the stuff, or what it's going to do.
You just go to your YouTube and change it there if you want to.
Well, that's what I'm doing, but I don't know what that's going to do to YouTube since it's technically like split. It's a split stream, so to speak. I don't know. It's like
if you
locked.
know, you go to YouTube itself and just go to click Add Video,
Mm-hmm.
and that will work.
Oh, add video. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to...
Edit.
Oh, edit video. Interesting. Oh.
And you can scroll down, click Show More at the bottom, and you can see your titles and your tags and all that.
Interesting. Well, I'm not going to do that tonight because that requires like more learning while I'm streaming, and that's just going to take more time.
That's what I'm telling you. Let's give you a heads up.
Yeah, I'll have to like get with you so I know how to do it like easily once I learn how to do it correctly. Apparently, I do not know how to do it correctly, but that's okay. I can't find the... Yeah, the heck with that. I can't find the thumbnail I wanted for the YouTube thing, so that should be fine. Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care.
For now,
Just
but
gonna-
I'm preparing some Stream Raiders until we get golf up.
Yeah. Give me a moment. Got 3 out of 4 done.
Take your time.
Oh, goodness. All right. Come on, change is saved. All right. Some of these things take their darn sweet time getting...
It does.
Open my dashboard. Thank you. Golf with your friends. That's right. I'm just going to leave the Darkon thumbnail.
That's all I got. Let's keep it up.
Whatever. Okay. That should all be saved. We should be happy. Everything should be good. So, we are joining. I'm supposed to join. Let's see. Online. I assume I can... Can I just hit, like, quick play? Or do I go through the... Go through the
online and
Steam...
click play.
Or use the shortcut tab and shift, and it'll
Yeah.
bring you the menu to be able to join.
Join game. Just go through that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Click on the. There you go.
I did it.
What do I often use anyways?
Don't worry, I'm... Huh?
Talking to that Lord.
Oh.
What do you mean?
You said what app you used.
I don't think I said anything. As
No,
far
but
as I
you
don't
did.
recall.
It's not like you
No,
did.
I only just freaked out because I almost died
Yeah.
in just my game while waiting.
So you guys are probably still wondering about the other part of story time ish.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Very much so. I'm waiting.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to carefully tread how best to carefully tread the scope of the topic. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Because the overall thing, I think some people are just going to be like, nah, I don't want to hear about this.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. But we ready for the game? Talk during the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you join?
I'm in the lobby. Yeah.
I'll wait and play.
Okay. Okay.
I'm waiting as well.
You want to start this?
Okay.
There we go. It's doing something.
Okay. pause my game.
Chilling in the woods.
Just bring back my headset.
So classic mode is in mine. So classic mode is active.
Okay.
Classic mode. There we go.
And there's new stuff added to the balls.
Oh,
Oh.
I just got blocked.
What new stuff would that be?
Like floaties and stickers and all that.
Oh, is it gonna hole in one? No.
Oh, you're saying more boats?
More stuff
Something
added
like
to more stuff added to the ball.
That's cool. More goodies. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Not bad.
Right on. Huh?
Fire Knight, you got the hiccups?
No, I don't got any hiccups.
I sound like you're hiccuping. Okay.
That's weird.
No, I'm not.
Is there a way I can change my audio settings before I... Because the music in this game is a little distractingly loud
Go to
right now for me.
audio.
I have
Go
it
to
turned
audio.
Oh, like in Windows?
Go to help and audio.
Oh, help and op. I see it.
Escape
I see it.
and help
I got
and
it.
audio.
I'm just going to turn the music... Yeah, I'll just turn the master down. That's fine. There we go.
I just have a sore throat, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
So you're clearing your throat then. Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Don't worry.
So you're not the only... Yeah, I'm not the only one. You're doing it too.
I just wondering what's going on.
It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. It happens.
It does.
Aww.
It does happen.
Right on. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start with that, like the headline that'll catch everyone's eye first,
Okay.
and we'll work. Then yeah. So what if I told you? I asked the most beautiful girl in town out to dinner, and she said
Yep.
yes.
I knew that's what it was about. That's correct.
Right. Kid you not, man.
So you decided to go for it, huh?
I did, but you gotta understand, man. So we'll get to some of the details about this because it's worth talking about, and you'll see, man. It's something. Trust me, man. There's been some reservations and some hang-ups about the situation. So, first some facts. I met the girl at church. You guys know I've been going to church for a couple of months now.
That's why we scheduled on Sundays.
Right.
Sunday nights.
Yep. That is why, because, if I play on Saturday night late, man, no time to get up early in the morning,
And
But-
Fridays were too brutal for Kit Kat.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's a pit there.
Wait, what'd you say?
There's a jump.
Fridays was too brutal for you.
Oh, Friday. Yeah. It doesn't work anymore.
There we go. Whoops, little too much English on it. Hold on. There we go. Let's stay on the course. But obviously, I'm going to be biased by my own tastes, but objectively, it's a good-looking girl, and on top of that, like probably the most wholesome woman ever. I kid you not, dude. If she's any more wholesome, she'd be Amish.
Right on.
I'm telling you.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it really is. Of course, like I said, it comes with its own set of challenges.
Yes, sir.
Everything does. The fact that she's half my age was a big hang up for me.
Yeah, but
It really, truth of the matter is, like, it seems like it wasn't that big of a deal. So here's what's been going on, right? Like, I've told a couple of people about this, Kit Kat and Kiba off stream. I've talked about it.
yeah.
Few weeks went by here, and it was pretty obvious she was flirting with me, and I was like, yeah, go ahead.
And we gave you advice. Don't go for that.
Don't go for that. Yeah. Well, you got to understand also, in addition to her being roughly half my age, and she's an adult, obviously.
Yeah.
But in addition, okay, you can hear me.
Hear you.
I had a network error? I don't know. I had a network error. And apparently everything died for a split second. My modem looks fine.
Are you still streaming?
As far as I know, I'll go check. That's
Okay,
it went red. It must have reset because now my drop frames is back to 0. So it must have
Yeah.
automatically reconnected.
Mm-hmm.
What
Dang.
happened? My modem didn't even like cycle. Like it's still on.
You know,
What
since
the?
I want to do this, I might just do this with the group.
What are we doing?
I will purchase the DLC. for
Oh.
the map.
Oh, so it'll affect all of us because you're.
Yeah, but I will get it, yes.
Oh wow, that's cool. Well, we'll sit around
Okay.
and we'll sit around and enjoy that. Oh, I'm dropping frames. No, I'm fine. It stopped. Very odd. Anyway, while you're doing that, I guess I'll continue my talks. So, let's see. Right. So, I don't know what you guys last heard because I was apparently mid-sentence when everything went nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Where was I? What do you guys last hear? Hello?
You're talking
We can hear.
about.
We're here.
You're about
Okay,
to.
let me reboot the game, KitKat,
Okay.
so I can get the. Yeah, I just got it, so we can play it.
Do we have to reboot the game?
No, you don't.
Okay.
That's all I do.
About how we were giving you advice to not do it. And then then you
Right. Went ahead and did it anyway.
did it anyway.
Right. Yep.
But then you said something else. You
Okay.
wanted to say something else after
Okay.
that.
Right. Well, there were some reservations, some hang-ups
Yes.
that I had. Apparently, I don't think pretty obvious she didn't have it, which is nice, but and I'm, kind of surprised by that. Well, so like I said, she's an adult, but she's half my age.
And this map might be very rage-inducing. Give me a heads up.
Okay, fun.
Really? Oh no.
Yeah. It's the bouncy castle.
Bouncy castle.
Oh no. There's gonna be a lot of jumping, isn't it?
Yep, and we're playing on classic. First time.
I need to put the
So afterwards, we don't have to play it on classic anymore.
I need to. Oh, you're in a lobby. Okay.
Because you want the achievement, right?
I hope the achievement reward is worth it for this. I swear.
Anyway.
Join game. Is that gonna work? Hopefully. Trying to get this to work.
So we
Okay.
There you go.
Bouncy castle. There we go.
Okay,
That's what
hold
it
on.
says. It says it's working.
So it's a public group, right?
I'll be tight.
Shouldn't be.
Hold on.
It was.
Or I
Now
don't.
it's
Or I
not.
don't know. Or I don't know.
Okay, it was. I put
Oh,
on friends. It
Okay.
was public. I put on friends.
do we need to rejoin or
No.
no? Okay. Right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Kit Kat's waiting to hear this story.
Yeah, I'm baited. Yeah.
Hello, are you joining?
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Yeah.
I'm coming. Hold on.
Right. So not only is this girl, she's an adult, but she's half my age. That's a big age gap. It's like a 20-year, maybe with a couple extra years on their age gap. It's a big age gap. Big age gap.
But, okay.
Right. What makes it more awkward? Age gaps are age gaps. Okay. What makes it more awkward is that, and I haven't ascertained yet, but I'm fairly certain that makes my age roughly the same of around her parents.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the real hang up. I don't know, something about that I'm not sure about, right? Like that's like how are her parents going to deal with that?
Mm-hmm.
That I don't think I've thought about it myself, and like I'm sitting there thinking, if I was the father in this situation, I'd be skeptical,
Yeah.
and that's putting it lightly. Yeah, of course.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't DC.
All right. Then.
Yeah, we might rage. So.
We might rage. Awesome. On top of that, you have to understand that
That's a new hat.
Okay, cool. Yeah, on top of that, you got to understand that they have a large family. Huge family. Like it's like one of those TV shows, man. I think they got something like 8 or 10 kids. Right?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, more like 8 is enough, just the 10 of us kind of thing.
Got it, yeah.
Right? It's like that. What are you talking about rage inducing? That was a hole in one.
Let's get over there.
Okay, I got confetti.
Magic detected. But it's not the fact that they have a big family. It is, but that's part of it. But like that family is a pillar of the church. Right? Like they're, her mom and dad are pictured on like the church website as like, big things in the church. So I don't know, man. There's just like a lot of pressure when you think about that. It's like,
Right.
but I mean, logically though, like it's not like I have bad intentions.
Yeah.
Right. What is being older a sin? It's kind of what it comes down to. Like that's what it, ultimately that's what it comes down to. But fear gets in the way of a lot of things in life. Let me tell you, it really does. It really does. Let me see where this course is. Oh, okay. Got to get past this weirdness. I see where the rage-inducing part's coming. Gotcha. Oh yeah, this is going to be great.
I didn't have much trouble though in this one. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's all about not going overboard.
All right.
There we go. There we go.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So the thing is, and I don't know if, like, especially without a camera, for you guys, like, you probably and streaming with other people, like, you probably not noticing. I feel like you're not noticing a huge difference in me right now.
Actually, I am.
You are.
Your attitude's you're exuberant.
Right. Well, let me preface that by Let me preface that by saying that started before I talked to her about this. Something else started that.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
And that something else is what gave me the motivation to actually talk to her. Right?
Right.
Because
okay.
Here's the thing. The truth of the matter is, man, I try to mask a lot of stuff behind the scenes. That's really how it is. Even in front of other people. Like, obviously in front of other people, more so than even on streams. I mean, I don't have a camera. You can't even see my face. At least at the moment, right? But yeah, I'm glad you can hear a difference. That's for sure.
You sound very robot. You sound very staticky for some reason.
What?
Like poppy.
Puppy?
Like popping.
Oh.
Strange.
Oh, are you talking about?
He's talking about the audio quality, I think.
Okay.
No, I think Kit Kat's talking more of like personality, attitude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
right.
Let's see.
You're-
That was jokes.
And
Ran out of time. Wasn't paying attention. That's okay.
I'm good at reading things. When you first said what your story was going to be about,
Right.
I knew what it was about without you saying anything.
Well, you knew what the beginning of the story is about.
And oh yeah, okay. I mean, I knew what the topic was about.
Right. But what leads up to it
What leads up to it
is
I-
that's what's going to be the surprise. And I'm trying to figure out the right way to really get to it and to, it's I'm trying to think about it, like the right way to approach it. Maybe just being blunt will be the
think that's the way to go.
right. Like just coming out and saying it, and just watching people's reaction from there. I'm gonna be terrible. I'm gonna be terrible at this game if I'm trying to explain that. But I got a feeling everyone's terrible at this particular map. Right. So yeah. Let's just go ahead and say, well, I have gotten a huge boost in confidence, in personality, in happiness, joy, I think would be the word. I feel like I did. This music is really loud. I'm going to have to turn this down again.
Yeah.
I feel like I did when I was in high school. And not just high school, like junior and senior year, which were like some of the best years of my life. I'm going to turn this down even more. This audio is very distracting and very loud.
Yeah. I did that too.
Especially next to these things that pop up and down.
Yeah, it's a good test.
There we go.
Good measurement of sound.
Right, so I don't even know where the hole is. I'm just hitting randomly while I collect my thoughts. Right. Okay, so joy, happiness, confidence, charisma.
Right.
These are things I haven't actually had at full power for a long, long time. The truth of the matter is, I've gone through numerous bouts of depression in my life, some way worse than others.
Mm-hmm.
I would say for a long time lately, I've been in kind of a just trudge forward funk.
Right.
Right? Not like I'm so sad I'm going to end it all. And truth be told, in my past, I've been there before.
Okay.
It's happened. Things don't always, times can be rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's
But
understandable.
that's right, times can be rough. It's been a long time since I was there, but everyone's got their moments. I mean, honestly, if people wanted to hear about it, I'm willing to talk about a lot of it now. And that's another thing. It's about courage. Like, I wouldn't have had the courage to talk about it. In fact, this was the crux of the problem. The crux of the problem is that any time there was something I learned, even at an early age.
That.
I learned. Oh man, I overshot. I learned that if there was something I couldn't deal with, maybe I didn't overshoot. Oh, I did not. That was actually in my benefit. If there was something in my life that I couldn't deal with, what finally happened is I was able to lock it away in the back of my mind. I just learned how to ignore it.
Yep.
Whether it was fear, there could be a lot of reasons to cause that to happen. In fact, things that you wouldn't normally even consider positive and happy, but it comes with a little bit of fear. And so, well, if you're let's put it this way, some of your earlier years in life are very formative, and I'm telling you, dude, you can get messed up by some of the smallest things.
Right.
To sidetrack, just shortly, my cousin and I, to give you an example, my cousin and I, when it gets cold, wintertime, right? When it gets cold and we're asleep, we're sleeping, like if you're not covered up and you get chilled, instead of just getting a chill, both of us have discovered that we can get one of those full body jumps. I'm sure people, you know what I'm talking about when you're asleep?
It feels like you're falling.
Like you're
for a
falling.
second.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had that. Full
Right.
Jump, yeah.
Those full body jumps in your sleep, we only get them in the winter.
Okay.
And here's
Right. I get
Well-
them sometimes.
we only get them in the winter, and here's why. Back in the day, his mom, who was taking care of us by herself, she had to take us with her. We were very, very little, and we were both riding in one of those little like radio flyer or whatever kind of wagons.
Yeah.
Right? It was wintertime. She's pulling us, going to the store, walking to the store, right? Getting groceries, filling up the rest of the cart, whatever she can carry, and hauling us with the groceries back home. Okay? It's wintertime. We make it to the house. She's walking up the walkway.
Hold on one.
Oh, I misjudged what was going on that course. All right. Oh, there we go. I should get it on the next shot. There we go. Par.
There we go. I got it.
Yeah. So what happened was she was walking up the walkway to the front door, and due to ice and all the stuff she's carrying and hauling, the cart tips over. The wagon tips over.
Oh boy.
Now we are so young, right? We are very young. I'd have to go verify how young, but we're talking probably like younger than a year and a half old each.
Oh wow.
Because my sister's a year and a half younger than us, and she wasn't born yet, if I remember right. Because otherwise, where was she in this? Because she would have been there. So we'll round about and say maybe 8 to 12 months.
Okay.
So very young, and there's only like a 4-month difference between him and I. So we'll just roughly say, about that young. Anyway, it tips, and it falls over, and we land in the snow.
Oof.
Right. Obviously, little Sheenans and his cousin are gonna be. What am I supposed to do on this? I keep getting reset.
You hit the water and you're supposed to jump out of the water.
Oh.
Very difficult. I have to be
I'll
honest.
say I kept hitting
There's actually different ways if you look on the sides.
I was gonna say I kept trying to hit the balloon, and I was like, well, that's not really taking me anywhere.
Okay, I got it. Finally. Anyways.
Thank you for
Right. So
pointing that out.
yeah, no kidding.
The
I'd
game
be-
did.
Oh, I didn't see. I suppose.
Oh, dang it! Stupid balloon.
As soon as you hit the water, jump.
You don't have to. You can just. There's a different way.
But if you're going down the middle, that's what I did.
Right. Maybe I should take a different path.
Yeah, take the side path.
Over the
Fine.
bumper, it looks like. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Right, so we hit the snow, obviously as young as that. We're bawling our eyes out. We're not hurt. It's just cold, and we're babies, you know.
Right.
She, turns around, gets us, takes care of us as a mama would do, and, gets us inside, gets us warm, all that whole stuff. To this day, though, when it gets too cold, something in our brain relives that. Like subconsciously while we're asleep. It gets cold enough, the body goes like middle of the night, right? Really cold, like if it's really cold, and like especially if you lived in like a drafty house or something.
Okay.
And you're not, maybe you've kicked the cover
Like
off
the
or
old
whatever.
house?
Yeah, like the old house, right? The old place. This drafty old house. You're not covered up enough at night. It gets cold. You get chilly. And instead of just, having the chills, you get a full body jump. The only time we ever get it. Is when it's cold. The only thing that makes sense is because we fell in that snow when we were little babies. So whenever we get a full body kind of quick cold like that, like a draft, our body goes, little baby fell in the snow again, and your body just goes absolutely berserk.
You can do a shenanigans at least.
It's like something that had happened in, that young has formed in your brain, and 40 years later still brings you all the way back to that primal like fear.
Right.
Because you're not even awake. It just happens. And that's, subconsciously. And then that's not even counting like things that people tell you over and over again that may not be the most positive in the world. right? You know, I mean, let's be honest. You know, the first 3 words a kid tends to learn as they're growing up. Think about it. First 3 words.
Mama, Dada.
Right. You got 1 and 2 in not sure which order, but 1, 2. What's number 3? Can you guess?
No.
No. Exactly. It's for good reason. Usually to say, hey, don't touch the stove or something like that. But
No.
the word no. The word no. Yeah.
The word no, right?
Right. The word no. Exactly. For their safety. For their safety.
Yeah. Yeah, you learn it from the parents.
Right. That said, the word no is far more said than yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When it comes to raising a kid. So what that means, is that they actually, and that's in perfect conditions, they're going to grow up a little more negative because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that doesn't count if there's been, you know, psychological abuse or any other problems,
Right.
which will mess the child up even more.
Mm-hmm.
And the younger that you start getting garbage in, garbage out, I guess is the way to put it.
Right.
The younger you get that kind of, whether it's good, whether it's bad, the more formative it is to your life. That's what it boils down to. It really does. And that's obviously a big problem for a lot of people. It's actually a bit of a problem for me, and been learning stuff. We've been learning a lot of stuff about each other, you know, since I've moved in with my sister. Been talking about things, and lately we've been talking about a lot of different things. We've been opening up to each other. And again, there's a reason. There is a reason. And now comes to, like, I guess the real enchilada of the whole thing. And this is so it's been leading up to this, and I can explain after that, but let's just go ahead and open the floodgate on this one.
Okay.
So, said my family, we've been going to church. I've been saved. Recently. Now, here's the kicker about that. 25 years ago, I thought I already was.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Well, that's the fun part. So if you guys want to hear some stories about finding Jesus, I'm ready to talk about it.
Oh, I see. Okay. And this girl helped you with that?
Well, a lot of things. Yes, partway. I mean, it's another piece of a very large puzzle that kind of shows how broken I am. That's really what it boils down to, right? It's what it really does. It really does. But
So then it's not about the girl then.
it's only partly about it. But it's only partly about it. I mean, the result of my happiness, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that things are going to go the way I actually like them to with her. You know, seems good.
Okay.
But that's not what started to make me happy. I'm on cloud 9 about it now. But the truth of the matter is, like, my entire demeanor changed before I even started talking to her. In fact, I ran from her advances to start. Why? Because I was scared for a lot of reasons, and not just her agent, not just her parents. I've had a lot of hang-ups in my life about relationships. Mm-hmm. You know how it is. You get hurt. Well, you get hurt. There's all kinds of stuff. And to not go too much into detail, because, you know, it's not really worth talking about to strangers, so to speak. Okay. I think it's suffice to say that there's been some emotional abuse in my life.
Okay, well, yeah.
And it, you know, that kind of stuff, that's why I was pointing out what I was saying about formative years and all that.
That stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Has messed me up.
Yes.
And, you know, like I said earlier, you know, piecing this together, what I've learned at a young age, something I can't deal with, I box it away and forget about it mentally.
Right.
Right. So the problem with that is even good things get locked away like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't deal with it.
Right.
Love. Let's talk about love.
Okay.
Love is one of those things that actually got boxed away. At least most of it. It's not that
Choose your path.
Choose your path. I choose gingerbread man. Oh, that's not a gingerbread man.
Oh,
Get up the hill. Yeah, I guess that is a gingerbread man. So yeah. Oh, I'm gonna fall down a pit now, ain't I? Oh, sad day. Right. So, let's see. Let's talk about love. Right. So, hey, I fell down
so
a
it
pit.
changes up. So it's like every time. So it's random when you go to a new area. So it is
So it's not gingerbread man.
not constantly.
Right.
It probably doesn't matter though. I
Okay.
already completed it, and it doesn't entirely matter.
Oh, I see. It's tipping back. Okay.
Right. Right. So, I think I made it. Now I just gotta sink it. Right. So it's about love. I have problems with love.
Okay.
Have had them for years. Lots of reasons. A lot of trust issues in my life. Started from an early age. Didn't get better over the course of the years for the most part.
Right.
And really what it boiled down to is that, even with people, even with my family, and, you have problems with your family, even the people you think you're closest to, like your sister or whatever, right? Arguments with your family, the whole thing. It happens, right? You split, right? You drift away because of an argument or whatever, the strife, whatever. All these things happen, and you learn to trust people less, and as a result, you can't be as open to them. For me, I as the phrase, hardening of your heart, right?
Right.
And so for me, it was this case of loving people to an extent, right? I love you, and then I can't really show you, but you can imagine if I put my hand out in front of me at a certain distance and go, I love you to here, right? Or, the more I love you, the more I'm pulling it in until if I, fully, truly loved you, then I'm basically touching my chest with my hand. But that's not the case. Nobody was that close. After a while, it was this case of no, never. Because one thing or another and you'll be let down.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, you're tainted is really what it comes down to. And it makes it so it's hard to trust new people. It's hard to take those risks.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, come on, get out of the water. Okay, we'll try again.
Hey, Night Lord.
There we go. Oh, get out. There we go.
Time for rage reducing.
I'm stuck.
The other stages were not rage-inducing, but this one seems to be very.
Oh, this is only the first part of it. I see now.
Okay, got it. Nice.
I'm good. Fine. So yeah,
And sink it.
trust issues, love issues,
Yeah, everything.
a huge mess. And for every time a relationship doesn't work out, your trust issues sink even lower.
Yep.
You get that baggage throughout your life. Truth of the matter was, I got to a point where it's even the people you should love the most, there's a limit to how much. It's not going to be all the way. Not going to be all the way.
Oh.
What is going on?
Target.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
Okay, that's nice.
I was so
Oh. Yeah, it was
Hey,
close.
that was so close.
That was cool.
That was
I like
cool.
that one.
I like that one too.
Par's at least some.
Yeah, par's all right. But
Are you stuck here?
this
I
idea,
think I am.
yeah, it looks like you're glitched or something.
You're stuck on the
You're
wall.
glitched. You're glitched inside the hole. That's for sure.
Right. But like the idea. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
There he goes. No?
I forfeit.
Mm,
Oh, okay.
that works.
Team again. There we go. Yeah, we don't have to do it again.
That one's fun. I like that.
That was faster than I
fine with
thought it
jumping.
was. With jumping, right?
For me, it was not fun.
Next time per round.
I know I goofed up, screwed up a few times, but hey, that's fun. Couldn't get past that hole.
Right. Okay, so I've kind of given an idea, about having these problems and not really being able to love, to trust.
Mhm.
And so what it boils, so one thing that I definitely couldn't do, like I even had a problem in a portion of my life that I couldn't even love, like my cat when I should.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Now that was in the middle. Now I understand that was in the middle of a really bad time. Really bad time. Like I had lost one of my best friends. Well, actually, let me rewind this. So in a span of about, a few years, like less than 6 years, if I want to, I'm trying to remember exactly, but less than 10 years for sure. Can you imagine losing,
Oh, and there's power blocks there, but I didn't make sure you hit them.
Missed it.
Okay, I
Right.
see him. Yeah. In addition, like spending, because you love someone, you have.
Who's
I
starting?
got put into a box.
I bounced you.
How dare you?
I'm a cube
How
now.
dare you freeze me.
I'm a
How
cube.
dare
Oh,
you.
now I'm not a
You know what
cube.
happened? Okay, it said press the space bar to use your power, and I hit it, and I guess I froze you. Huh?
Nice.
You're not wrong. Yes. I can't believe that.
Alright, go ahead, Shane.
So out of love for the woman that raised me, my aunt, out of the love for the woman that raised me, her health was failing, and I had out of love made a sacrifice in my life to help her now that she needs my help, right? That's what it boils down to.
Okay.
And not that I regret that, but it actually was quite a sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
I put off an offer. I put off a good offer. I don't regret it. But with that loss, obviously once she did finally pass on, it was a very devastating devastating thing.
Yes.
Right. Oh, double jump. Oh, jump in the water because that'll help. Because I got to hit the space bar because that's available. Okay. Right, so when I lost her, my world fell apart for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of my best friends, his mom pretty much adopted my cousin and I in a way. Like she could tell how broken and everything we were,
Mm-hmm.
and realized like they need some help, and so she kind of became like an adopted mom. About 3 years later, she passed away.
No.
While we were still kind of rebuilding from the first loss.
Yeah.
Right. A handful of years kind of after that. So now you've got kind of a double whammy. A handful of years after that, I had a friend that I met online, became one of my best friends, and after not long, he too passes away.
Oof.
Sickness, illness, yeah. Like, man, talk about just losing everything, right? You just lose one thing after another. I got so distressed that I didn't want to love my own cat anymore.
Wow.
Why? Because it's gonna go too. That was the mentality. Like, it's a cat. It obviously doesn't live as long as people, and they're dying left and right. I mean, I know this is kind of a dark subject, but I think it's really worth exploring. You know, it's like, I got that mentality, and I'm telling you, man, it bugs me to think that I even had it. And, you know, the only thing that got me out of that mentality for a short time was the fact that the cats ended up getting fleas, and he got really bad sick. He was already a relatively old cat. He was about 12, 13 years old, something like that.
Pretty old for a cat.
For a cat. And he got really bad sick. We're talking death's door and then some. And then it finally hit me. Finally hit me that cat, even while here's how much I wasn't loving the cat. Like, the cat would come up and want attention, want love. I would gently just kind of push it to the side and ignore it. While it was happy. Like, I didn't want to love it anymore because I realized it would end up in hurt when he died. You know, that's just the feeling. Like, I don't want to hurt anymore, so I don't want to be attached.
Exactly.
Right? So my cousin ends up kind of taking care of the cat, you know, because I'm out of it as far as it goes. Like, I've checked out. And, you know, I come home after, what was it? It was the anniversary of my graduating class. I can't remember which year now, but it was an anniversary of my graduating class. I come home from that anniversary, and I find the cat near dead. And all of a sudden, like, it kicks in, like, how terrible have I been? What have I wasted, you know? And I picked up the cat and looked at the condition he was in, and understand this was, well, obviously it was evening because I had gone out for the night. I'd gone out, and so it was nighttime when I got home, nearly like probably 10, 11 o'clock. I think, you know, maybe even a weekend, probably a weekend. And so I had to, because I didn't have the finances at the time, that softened the heart, at least a little.
Okay.
And I realized the mistake I had made. This cat loved me. It loved me unconditionally. You know? It would always come back. I don't know how many times I had, while in that depression, had you know, gently pushed that cat aside in an effort to not get close again. And what would the cat do? Every day he'd try again, because he loved me. I was his human, you know? And he was probably just confused, like, what the heck's wrong with this guy? You know? And, but you know what? He never quit. You know? He never quit. He kept loving and he kept trying.
Well, it's his nature.
Right. But I mean, you know, that's right. That's unconditional love. That is the like the definition. Yeah, like there's a lot of things that can help define unconditional love, but it means, you know, it means unconditional. It means no matter what, any reason, you know, no matter what. If it means you've got to sacrifice, you've got to suffer so that they can succeed, you'll do it. You know? And I learned a lesson, like, I don't think you know, when it come to relationships, didn't really truly understand. I had a friend that would every once in a while ask me, you know, especially when I got into a relationship and I happened to be talking to him, and I'd say, you know, I'm in love, and he's like, well, how do you know? You know, and we'd start talking about it. And he was already married, happily married. And, you know, he wouldn't push the subject. He'd just kind of ask and see what I had to say. But you know what I had learned after my cat, you know, made it to death's door. It's the cat that loves the catnip today. He's 19.
Oh, wow.
He is 19, and he's still doing pretty well considering. It was a miracle, a miracle. That cat, like, it hit me. I realized the mistake I had made. I grabbed a towel. I grabbed his towel. He has his towel, you know. I went and grabbed it, wrapped him up in it, and I kid you not, like, his wounds from trying to pick at these, you know, at these fleas were so bad that the towel was soaking with blood. He wasn't going to, I didn't think he was going to make it through the night, and he had to just to see a vet. And then I had to beg my neighbors, who are my friends, but because of my finances, I said, look, man, I got to do what's right by this cat. This cat has loved me even when I literally pushed it away. This cat deserves a second chance. He's holding on. Barely, but he's holding on. And I talked him into it. And after several days, I stayed up with that cat all night. Even though I had just come back from a party, right, from an anniversary, you know, graduation anniversary, class reunion. Even though I had come back from that, like, kind of tired, but no, like, it finally kicked in. Like, no, I love this cat. I realized the mistake I made. I don't deserve it. I'm probably going to lose this cat, and it's all my fault. I mean, fleas happened, and I didn't really, you know, have the money to take care of it, and obviously not the drive either. And yeah, and finally I realized what a terrible person, you know, I was to this cat. The cat that unconditionally loved me no matter what. How I just let that cat get to that shape. And so through a miracle, the cat survived the night. Got it to a vet. Sir, he needed stitches, among other things. He was dehydrated. He, like I said, he was death's door. If they say cats had 9 lives, he had lost 7 of them probably that night, or through the course of, you know, the events that led up to that night, without a doubt.
Go on the sides.
Right, go for the sides. You know, it's almost easier to go for the sides when you see the little boxes. I wouldn't even notice the sides without the boxes.
Pretty.
Nice.
Sure.
Sorry, I was just trying to make my shot. Right, so I got a second chance with that cat, and he's alive and well today. And funny, I mean, just to add kind of insult to injury to the timing, like, in addition to, like, the coming back from the one time, and I understand I was in a large funk. Coming back from that reunion, probably one of the more happy nights I've had in years, to find your cat almost dead. And in the time off, you know, in my free time, I had been building, because my friend that I met online who had passed away, I met him in Minecraft. I've talked about him before. Anger Puppet.
I know the exact person you're talking about.
Yeah, Anger Puppet, yeah. I had been building a memorial to him in the game. Well, all of us that he touched, the lives he touched, on a private server. We had been working on a memorial. So, you know, you already have his loss. His loss is fresh in your mind because you're building a memorial, you know. And so, yeah, dark times, without a doubt. But somehow, you know, love won out at least a little. The cat got a second chance. He's alive with us today. He's the catnip junkie that you hear about.
Yep.
Where is he right now? He's probably laying under the bed. Oh, actually, you know what? He's probably laying with my sister. He's taken a real shine to her, and something that I've realized. We've just recently realized. He took a big interest in my aunt, because remember, he's been around a long time. My aunt was alive, you know, when he was little, And he took to her. What I finally realized is he tends to go to the person that's hurting the most.
And you're no longer hurting.
Yeah, he's moved on to my sister. And trust me, she has a lot of demons of her own to exercise, which we're trying to get through.
Oh, I see.
It's gonna, yeah. But we actually had to stop. We're gonna go back to that hopefully tomorrow. But you know, my cousin's starting to talk now. He's starting to open up. But this is all good, though. This is all good. It's healing. It's about healing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard road, but it's about healing. It's about actually opening up, about actually loving each other. But this is where God comes into it. This is where God comes into it. So 25 years ago. Oh, speaking of loss, 25 years ago, I had a friend. Not my best friend, but a very close one. And it was after we graduated, not too long after we all graduated, same year. Tragic health. He had a tumor, brain tumor.
Mm-hmm.
And he was jogging to his girlfriend's house, and he died in her front lawn, collapsed. 19 years old.
Oh, that is young.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What makes it even worse is his dad. His dad had a similar thing. He didn't die that young, but he also died way before he should have, due to a brain tumor.
It might be
Genetic, yeah.
family thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, double whammy for his family, you know, like father, like son, in the worst way. And the grief, you know, obviously the grief gets to you. Hey, 19 years old, you know, losing a friend.
Mm-hmm.
That'll do some. That'll hurt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was during that grief that I had a coming to the Lord moment.
Oh, I see.
Right. You know, in the midst of in the midst of your struggles, right? And if you really know anything about the Christian faith and, you know, accepting Jesus Christ and all that, like what you're accepting, like what you have to accept is that you really can't do anything right. That's really what it comes down to. The truth is, yeah, you can't do it alone. You have to let Christ take control of your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hard truth. And the thing is like, you got the whole idea of, you know, consolation in times of struggle and all that. And what had happened? I'm trying to figure out how to get up there. And there's the ramp, but I don't. No, that's not going to work. But what had happened is that.
You think the sides, maybe?
Yeah, I see it now. I see it. There's a little path. Oh, that was fortuitous. All right, where do I go? Yeah, so what happened is that I was consoled, obviously, by this coming to the Lord moment, you know, the idea of like the comforter kind of thing. But ultimately what happened, and all these years I kind of failed to recognize it, was that I never fully gave over like that. Everything, all the hurt, all that, you know, the idea that your life is your heart is willingly being given over. You have to do that, and the reason why you have to do that, and this is what you hear. The reason you have to do that is, well, that's actually how salvation works. You have to admit that you can't do it alone. You've got, and you confess all these sins, all these hurts, the times you've hurt others, the time people hurt you, all the times you've lied to cover it up, etc. Right?
Right.
You gotta do all that, and then finally admit that you can't truly change not everything about you. That you definitely can't do it alone. And what's supposed to happen, I put it this way, because this was my experience. What was supposed to happen is you're supposed to get an actual joy, actual peace.
Yes.
And it's supposed to be permanent. So it's not gonna be a problem a year from now, or assuming, and there's some other things that go with it, that you will want to cling to what is good and despise things that are evil. That's also part of it. Like, naturally, you're supposed to, after you have made this made this change, this choice, so the idea is you've confessed your sins, and you've asked for a change in your heart. And what's supposed to happen is your heart will change, and how you act will change. What you consider, your conscience will change. You'll have a peace that you've never seen before. All these things, all these wonderful things, they're promised in the good book, right? They're promised in the Bible. You hear them in the songs. You got the joy down in your heart, right? I'm sure you've heard it. You hear people talk about it, and I experienced all that, and over the course of, the years past 25 now, I had learned after a while, I was like, it just didn't pan out for me the way they said it would.
Choose your path.
It didn't pan out the way they said it would. At least I thought, right? I was like, I'm not feeling this joy in my heart, truly, even on the good days, let alone the bad days. Not as well as not as well as everyone says it is. And the idea of the Lord's will, the Lord will reveal his will to you, all this stuff, the wanting to cling to good and despise evil. Man, I had stumbling blocks in my life after that event, after my friend passed away, and I had the knowledge of, the saving power of the Lord, but had obviously not committed everything over to him. That was the problem, and I didn't realize it. Still holding on, because I, was scared, didn't want to trust even God. That's what it came down to. That's really what happened. But I didn't realize it for 25 years. And during that span of 25 years, I had grown resentful even to him, right? To an extent, yeah. My heart had grown hard even to that. And so as a result, what happened Sunday night last week? This is obviously Sunday night. Sunday night last week, I had finally, a lot of things have been kind of hitting me. For various reasons. My hang-ups with this woman. A lot of changes going on in the house. My cousin's getting a new job. There's been a lot of things. Well, I've been doing Bible study and all this stuff, but I was working at it myself. That's really what it came down to. I never had gave it all over, and so as a result, I didn't feel all this stuff. So anyway, I'm having these other problems, these other issues, hang-ups, fears, and what it's come down to is the circumstances are such that a lot of the problems that had been a part of my life had finally manifested. It's like you got a gang, chasing you down an alley, and you finally hit the dead end, right? That's basically right. That's basically what it feels like, and now you're like, uh-oh, nowhere to turn, and you're at your wit's end. You're at your wit's end, and so, since I've been going to church, the idea, obviously, I had literally been to church earlier that day. And, you know, I'm laying in my bed, about ready to go to sleep. Can't sleep, obviously. My mind is racing. Been racing a million miles a minute for like the last 3 weeks straight. And I've been doing my best to hide it. Been doing my absolute best to hide it, but, you know, my family could tell that it was getting worse. They, you know, every once in a while you'd crack. I'd try to leave that mask up. You know what I mean? Try not to let people know. I've been putting all that stuff in the back, right? The idea you can't deal with it. Put it away, store it away. Been doing that so long. Been doing that so long. Yeah, that thing was full. It was full to bursting. And you know, that door, no matter how hard that lock was, like there was so much in there. That lock wasn't gonna. Yeah. That lock wasn't gonna hold it back.
Yeah.
That stuff was.
Honey.
Yeah. I'm stuck. I'm just waiting to do anything.
I was a square, and now it's constant over the place going down the hill. It was cracking me up.
There we go. Nice. So yeah. Anyway, so this all came crashing down. Obviously, I've had you know the Lord on my mind, especially since I've been going so much.
Mm-hmm.
And so I finally thought about it, and it was like, well, yeah. And obviously, I've had these conversations, kind of, you know, talks with God in the past. But this one, you know, now I'm at the breaking point, and I'm just like, well, I got angry at him, laying in my bed, and I'm just like, Lord, you promised. At least this.
Happened?
Huh? Well, the game's over.
Are you done for the night?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Okay. Good night, Kit Kat.
Well, I'm not leaving now, but I'm done with the game.
Right.
I'm not done. Okay.
Right on. Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind like just kind of chilling from here, and just talking about the rest of what happened.
Let's just move it to.
You're gonna make me redo all. I'm not gonna put in just chatting on all these. I'm just gonna leave it where it is.
No. We can just chill.
I'm just gonna leave it where it is. I'm gonna put the story time flag up, and just leave it like it is.
Yeah. Let's just do that.
Right on. Night Lord, you sticking around? You heading out?
Stick around.
All right, man. Cool.
I'll just get out of the game if we're not playing this.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah, cool.
I'll get out of the game now.
All right.
You might want to. You can put some troopers down on Stream Raiders. We want to do the last area.
That is what I plan to do. And so I'm just gonna listen.
Oops. Should I leave this lobby thing? I'm just gonna go back out to the main menu here and just leave this up. There we go.
I mean,
just
if
leave
we're
up
not
the.
playing, then
Yeah, I'm good.
It would be a good idea.
Yeah, I'm good. I got it.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Right. So, let's see where. Oh, yeah. So, angry with God. That's where I was at. Sunday night, you know, met my breaking point, and I'm like, all right, having this conversation with God, you know, and I'm like, look, I've asked for you know, for your will, you know, do God's will. That's what it's supposed to be about. All these years, off and on, feel like at best I hear a whisper. Usually I hear crickets. I haven't felt this joy. Yeah, exactly. I haven't felt this joy you're supposed to feel in your heart. You've heard the song. You got this joy down in your heart, you know.
And down your heart.
Right, exactly. Like, I haven't felt that for more than maybe, you know, an hour after hearing a particularly stirring sermon on a Sunday, right?
Yeah, I did a few sermons when I was in church down south.
Have you? Interesting.
Yeah, we actually had a thing. We had like a hat, and whoever pulls out of the hat will do a sermon.
Oh, wow. Like that, like at the moment? Or like, oh, you got to prepare and do it next week?
At the moment.
Oh, wow. Dang, dude.
You have to prepare.
You know,
you better have a message ready. Oh, right, or just go. Yeah. Just fly. Wow. I don't know if I could go that far.
I couldn't.
I mean, after after this week, I could have probably done a testimony that would have took an entire church service, but I tried. Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm telling you.
Church service is usually how long? Usually?
Hour and a half.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you'd be able to do it.
Oh yeah, easily. Especially if I wanted to go the more detail I wanted to go into. Because honestly, to really talk this out could take more time than we probably want to take tonight. But I want to finish at least where I'm at. Obviously. So, anyway, arguing with God, and I'm just like, yeah, you say, your word says this, but I'm not seeing it. All these years, man, 25 years. 25 years doesn't seem like much has really changed. In fact, this idea of clinging to what is good and despising what is evil. Look, I had stumbling blocks in my life that you're going to have to stop this. You're going to have to get rid of that. And it's like, instead of feeling, supposedly, you're supposed to, again, this idea that phrase, that clinging to what is good and despising what is evil, that wasn't a commandment. That is supposed to be a result of how you feel now that your life has been changed by asking for salvation, for asking for help, and confessing sins. I'm not feeling that. It pained me to remove that stuff from my life. Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And most times that stuff returned over the course of time.
It does.
It does.
Full force, too.
Right. Oh, yeah. Sometimes worse. Yes, absolutely. They come back in a greater number. Yeah. But, all right. So all that said, I'm just like, look, are you another, or, is you just another false promise? Are you fake, phony, a lie? I've been going on and off to church. I've read the Bible cover to cover, as well as searched Scripture, right?
Wow.
Let me throw this on you. In the years since 1997, at least once or twice, I have had several words of knowledge, prophecy kind of situations that have been correct. I have at one point interpreted tongues for a woman who spoke in tongues, and had actually cast out an evil spirit in the name of Jesus Christ during a paranormal investigation, which I was part of a group temporarily. Yeah. Even when and understand we had a spiritual, what would you call that? An occult specialist who was a Wiccan, and she could not remove it, and I had to take over and was like, no, I've got this. There was mixed ages and stuff there. So the first thing I did was to grab all the children, put them together, start getting them to pray the Lord's Prayer, and then work on the person who was possessed. They were drove out in the name of Jesus Christ. So you would say, well, he must have been saved. Well, then you look at I look at my my life and where I'm at, and I'm just like, I'm not as happy as I'm supposed to be. I'm not despising all the evil. Look, if it's situationally advantageous to do something bad, maybe you look the other way. I mean, that's I'm ashamed to admit it, but I mean, it's true. I shouldn't be that way if I'm saved. That's what it says. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or if this is in your path, whether it's something that's normally a vice or not, something that you were putting ahead of God, your family, anything like that, right? It's your idol, right? You're idolizing it. Well, why is it that it's so hard to pull that idol down, pull that farther down, if not out of your life? Why is that so difficult? It says it's not supposed to be that way. You're praying for things, they don't seem to be working. Even if you pray, the God's will be done, you're not seeing it. You're just not seeing it. So I'm like, man, is this just all a sham too? Is it like the ads on TV? The guy's got the stain cleaner and he shows how good it works, but when you actually buy it, it doesn't.
Right. Right.
That's basically what I'm saying in a more terse way. I'm being, I'm being a little more gentle about it on stream here, and with my attitude has changed. But the idea is, I was angry, and so I'm having it out with him. Like, okay, man, you got these promises. Why ain't I seeing anything? All of a sudden, it's like I get your conscience, whatever. You call it what you want. You get that answer, and it's like, it's not me, man, it's you. And I'm like, all of a sudden, I feel like I get hit, like hit with a frying pan or something. Like, wait, what? And it's like, I was like, he's like, look, you've never committed your life to me. And then I'm reminded of that. I'm reminded of that line, that scripture, that I remember reading as a small child and being confused. Actually, it kind of, because no one explained that to me at a young age, it actually kind of set me off on a path for a little while. There's that scripture. It's Matthew. I just read it, or Matthew 5. Anyway, there's this portion where these like Pharisees or whatever come up to Jesus, and they're like, look, Lord, did we not prophesy, speak in tongues, and cast out devils in your name? And he says, depart from me, I never knew you.
Yep.
And when I was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, I used to go to Sunday school. Now, that wasn't taught in the Sunday school class, but I ended up going to like one of the big, I'm in this, like the main sanctuary, and had heard that as a small child, and like it kind of hit me wrong. I'm like, because I didn't understand. I didn't know the context.
You understand, yeah.
Right. And when I was like, little Sheenans heard that, and he was like, wait a minute, they did all these good things in his name, and he's saying, no, sorry. I'm like, Jesus is a jerk. I remember thinking that for many years as a young lad, like, no, this is BS. This is BS. If that's the attitude, like, how do you please someone like that? I had it all wrong. I didn't know the context. Right? The context was, I never knew you, in that we never got close. Sure, you did these things, and the truth of the matter is like, if God is God and is omnipotent, omniscient, all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Creator of all, right? Then anyone with that kind of power can use whatever they want, whenever they want, for whatever purpose they want.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if there was a situation, we'll take that demonic possession, right? Take that for instance. If bad things are happening and he doesn't want it to happen anymore, if someone speaks up in the name of the Lord, whether they actually have committed themselves or not, and are trying to deal with it, at that moment, God might go, you know what? That's good enough. We need to get rid of this. Yes, well, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But that's not the. That doesn't mean you were actually as close to God as you thought, just because it happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the realization came like, I was that guy. I didn't even I became that guy that. I became the guy that I read about, or was told about when I was a little kid. That I was like, wow, what a snob, right? Well, yeah, I turned into that guy. Holy cow, I turned into that guy, and I was like, oh my, it hit me, man. I was like, but. What do you think happened? I got prideful. Immediately after that, I got angry. Because, last thing you want to do is admit it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got angrier, and I challenged God that night. I was like, I did. It was, and I would say it was mostly challenged, but a little bit of actually starting to accept. It's one of those, like, basically it came down to this. It was like, all right, look, 25 years, this has ended up in a mess. You say you've got all this. You're telling me it's because I haven't actually given it over to you, and actually changed my heart. Well, it also says that I am incapable. I guess you're telling me I'm incapable of doing it. Because it's not about your works. It's not about if you could do it if you could do it yourself, then why would Jesus mean anything? Is what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do it yourself, he wouldn't need to get on the cross.
OBS disconnected.
OBS disconnected. All right. Yeah, right. Right. Jesus wouldn't have had to come at all, let alone die on the cross, the whole deal.
Okay, I'm back up.
All right. The whole point of the passion story would be moot. Right. So I said, all right. I said it angry, but I was like, all right. Nothing has been working. 25 years, and I am sitting here with my back against the wall and all the problems or parallels to those problems staring me in the face. Do it. Do it. If you promise you can do it, do it. So, I'm not saying it totally broken. Challenging. Meaning it, but challenging it. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Angry. Still angry, even up to the last moment. And I'm like, yeah. All right, fine. Well, so I'm like, all right, I can't do it. I can't do it alone. I may not even be able to help in doing it.
Mm.
You're going to have to do it for me is what it sounds like. You say you can do it? All right. Take it. I concede. Go ahead. God said challenge accepted. The next morning, after a little bit of fitful sleep, the next morning, I get up. My sister's up. We get up roughly the same time that morning, and this is Monday morning, and she notices that I'm not in the best, I'm looking real rough. And she's like, do you want to talk? You don't look good. You sick? No. She's like, you want to talk? And I'm like, I don't know, I guess. She's like, I've told you, and she has, not long after we first moved in, like, if there's anything you want, we need to open communication. We always talk about, we pray about it during grace at the dinner table, that we improve our communication. That's something we've kind of been striving towards. You make the baby steps. It's getting better. It's better now than it was 3 years ago. And I don't mean just recently. I mean 3 years ago to say last year at this time. It's improved drastically. Otherwise, I don't think we'd have moved in together. That would have been impossible then. That's how much that has improved. And now it's at the point where we're making the baby steps and starting to, we're not fighting anymore. That's where we're up to, last year up to, say, a couple of weeks ago, right? Like, we're not fighting anymore, not arguing or maybe threatening like, oh, that's it, I'm out of here, having that kind of drama.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You get that once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
That has started to fade because the communication lines have opened up. We've been asking about it. It's on your mind. You're making that effort. Are you making that effort, or is the Lord leading you? And here's the thing. I bring that up because she finally asks. She finally asks, look, are you ready to tell me what's going on? I can tell something's wrong. You've put out little bits here and there. You obviously want to talk. And the year from when I moved in, when she ever asked about that, I straight up told her about wanting to talk. I'm like, I don't like to talk about these things because they just bring up bad memories, and I don't really want to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, now I realize that's kind of the worst thing. It's the opposite of what you should do.
Exactly.
But it's painful. That's what it comes down to. It's painful, right? It's like, well, a year ago I had that infection and that wound.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I had to pull the tape off to change the dressing, it hurt. Every time I had to pull the gauze out
after you got done.
Well, right. But it hurt every time you had to clean that wound out until eventually it healed. Eventually it healed. There's not even a scar there
That
now.
healed.
Yeah.
It was
It was whole. Yeah, there's not even a scar there now. It's whole. But it took time. And the very beginning of that hurt a lot. And I realized, like, this came up in the first few days after this started. And it was like, wow, there's a parallel there.
Yep.
Like almost like I was being prepared physically for something I had to go through emotionally. I emotionally could not and refused to deal with, but had been prepared physically, since for some reason I guess I could deal with it. Right? It kind of shows you, what does not kill you makes you stronger, but you still have to go through the process of healing. Right. Well, okay. Okay. So I go and I finally open up to her. I'm like, all right, are you sure you want to hear this? She's like, yes, I love you. I want to hear this. I said, all right. I said, it's going to take a long time. She says, I got all the time in the world. Little did we know, to finally cover the vast majority of it, and I'm sure, and as we talk to each other, all of a sudden other little things pop out, and you go, oh, yeah, these, like, the things I could openly remember had taken from Monday morning till the middle of Tuesday afternoon with 4 hours sleep during that night. Each of us probably bawled our eyes out a good dozen times. There were some points I was laughing and crying at the same time at my own stupidity. Like how terrible and foolish I had been. And at some point from Sunday night through that, I found this peace. I have that joy in my heart that the song tells about. Okay? Like, actually physically feel something in there. Something good. Like something bubbling down. Like it feels happy. I'm happy. I find it hard to remember the last time I was truly happy. I'm getting excited about things. Me, like, think about how jaded I have been when, like, oh, this new game's coming out, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't get excited about stuff. Haven't for a long time. I've laughed, even in the midst of some terrible things. I have laughed more in the last 5-6 days than I probably have in months. My entire outlook is almost like it was back in high school during my junior and senior year. I went to a vocational school. I was getting picked on. I had been picked on most of my school years, and decided I can take an all-day vocational school. Sign me up. I'm gone. And that place was like all full of misfits who had never liked their home schools, right? So everyone got along because everyone hated where they came from. Those were awesome years. They were some of the best years of my life. And as a result, like, I was happy then. Absolutely happy. I've had moments of happiness. Went to college after I got things kind of sorted out, and my like I said, my aunt passed away, and my friend's mom kind of took me and my cousin in, and she had instilled, well, you need a change of pace. Why don't you take up take up college? And that worked for a little while. Until she passed away, and but for that short time there was some happiness there. Still, I would say, prime years of my life as far as outlook on life, personality, optimism, charisma. I had no problems back then, like talking to girls, not really. Like, no, it was good, no problem cracking jokes, making friends, talking, striking up conversations with strangers. All of that was really good back then, until the world, and all the stuff from your childhood that was wrong finally just kind of collapses over you over time and beats you down slowly into the adult you are today. Yeah. Well, right. So I feel like that again. And it was like, and to have that happen in like the span of less than a day from making that declaration, you can say, and for now, if we want to leave it here because it's getting late, if you want to leave it and say, well, okay, well, you cleared your conscience. Maybe it has nothing to do with the power of a religious figure. We can talk about that later, too. I've got some surprises. I kid you not. There's some surprises.
Cool.
For now, I'll let you, if you want to think that that's what it's about clearing your conscience. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, my cousin, who he's been through a lot of the same life experience I have. We grew up together. He's not saved. My sister's been saved from a much younger age. I kind of thought I was, and I realized I wasn't. In fact, it wasn't until several days after this process that I had finally realized I wasn't saved back then. Really, like for a moment, when I first gone through the process, I'm like, finally committed.
Lost and I was found.
Right, I had finally committed myself to God, but it then dawned on me like, oh, then that means I never did it in the first place. Oh, anyway, he's not saved, and where was I going with that? Hold on just a second. I broke my own train of thought, probably because it's getting late, but how do I want to... Oh, he's not saved, but he's really appreciating this openness that we have, my sister and I have now. Right? And he's noticed a marked difference in my life. That said, we'll see how that goes, but considering some of the things he's seen and witnessed recently, I think his mind and his heart's going to change soon too. And like I said, I'm going to leave it where it is. And if you guys think, well, yeah, you know what, it's good to clear your conscience, and maybe that's what it is that's made you feel better, I'll let you stew on that for a while. But like I said, I got some surprises. We'll talk about some other things.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to just go ahead and insinuate that as someone for 25 years, this is the insinuation. I'm not going to be able to court case prove the existence of Christ. I'm not saying that. But I'm going to give you some experiences, some personal experiences over the last week.
Yeah.
That are going to have you questioning some things.
So Nightlord's watching our live stream in VR chat right now.
Oh, nice.
You can legit watch movies and everything in VR chat.
Oh yeah, there's lots of cool stuff you can do in it. But yeah, I'm not sure. Oh hey, Nightlord, how's it going? I'm not sure how people feel about this, and I know talking about stuff like that is usually taboo on Twitch.
As long as the host is okay with it.
You're challenging it. That's great.
I think it's time to finally challenge it.
As long as legit, I live stream and I tell people what I think.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Let me put it this way.
Okay.
After I talk about this stuff, if other very interesting things, I'll calm down about it, and until I hear.
Legit, I'd be surprised if somebody actually rewatches this VOD. Because some people don't even watch my VODs, and
right.
Your message, your speech, you actually pretty much did a sermon.
Yeah.
And your sermon pretty much will reach somebody.
It probably will.
Them to get saved.
I actually, yeah. I don't want to say too much because it's so late, but I testified. I testified at the service today. I felt led to. I'll just say this part. So the pastor the pastor changed his sermon at the last minute. I'll give you a taste. The pastor changed. He even told us. He told the congregation he had changed his sermon. He had changed the entire message at the last moment. He felt this needed to be said, and what had come out during that sermon was he exactly quoted the chapter and verse about those who prophesied and expelled spirits and and spoke tongues in Jesus' name, and that quote, the one that had stuck with me since a young boy. I wasn't sure if I was going to testify in front of the congregation yesterday, technically yesterday, but he quoted that chapter and verse, and I'm like, right, I see what that means. Okay, fine. And I did testify in front of the church, and there were some people that have been, long-standing members of the church. They ran up to the altar call. Right. Because I'm saying I think that's an angle that doesn't get talked about that much. It's like the people, and part of his sermon was about the people that are second and third generation inside the church. The grandparents came to God, and they were probably raised, you got to give your life over to Christ. Blah, they've heard it. That's the problem. I knew it in my head, but didn't actually feel it in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I can quote scripture. I know where a lot of it, I'm not that good at it, but I mean, I'm good enough. I know some of it. I know where it's at. I know what it says. Doesn't mean I actually felt it or believed it until now. Anyway, I'm just saying, he changed his sermon at the last minute and had then quoted that exact verse. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I feel led to say what happened. Obviously, it was a lot shorter than what I have gone through now. I'm trying to be more detailed about it, but for you guys. Because a lot of the people there, if they've gone to church, they understand, right? I need to explain a lot more if I'm reaching kind of a mixed crowd. It helps to explain a little better. But anyway, I don't know. I find that very interesting. You can call it a coincidence if you want. But I will let you know this. I'm a firm believer. There was a guy. He did a paranormal. What was that? He did Coast to Coast Radio. Now, the whole paranormal thing, you can take it or leave it, but I love a quote. He had his famous quote. His name is George Norrie. My most favorite quote of his is, "I don't believe in coincidences." I never have. Never believed in coincidences. And I also have been a firm believer, even without really being a godly person, that everything happens for a reason.
Hey.
Everything.
We're just
talking
about ourselves and just hanging out.
Yeah. We're just about done, actually. But keep those things in mind. We can talk about other stuff later. And I'm just going to go ahead and make this, like, once I kind of get this whole thing kind of told, I'll cool out on it as long as other things don't happen in the meantime. Other hard to explain things don't happen in the meantime. Like there's more I want to tell you about. I'm going to hold it till later. A lot of them are pretty hard to explain. If I finally get those out and tell you guys about that, and then more, if other hard to explain things don't happen in the meantime, then I'll just quiet down about it. But if they do, I'll let you know. How's that?
Okay.
Because the last thing I want to do, I don't want to be like a Bible thumper or nothing like that, or just constantly remind people. No. I want to show them. Like actually show them. So we'll leave it at that. You guys have a good night, right?
You bet.
That's right.
And we'll raid.
Yeah. Who we raiding, man?
You're raiding. I can send you Person
I
you're
think
ready.
you sent me the link. Let me go look. I'm sure it's here somewhere. There it is. Zahir?
Yeah, he goes by the name Zach.
Zach. Got it. Let me go ahead and open that. Open that page.
Surprisingly, nobody else steals his name, but somebody on Twitter has it, and he had
Weird.
a one on Twitter.
Weird.
His name is free for Adventure Quest 3D. He said he might look into it.
Interesting. All right. Let me load this up. I gotta let it load.
Might have an ad that plays. Just give me a heads up.
Right.
And I'm ringing Noah.
Are we going with a raid call? It's of some kind.
Yep. Questing raid.
Questing
Let me
raid.
know just bounty raid.
Sorry.
Bounty raid.
Bounty raid.
Bouncy.
Oh, bouncy raid. Okay, bouncy raid. Penny raid? No, I'm just kidding. That'd actually be pretty funny if somebody did that once. All right, bounty raid. Still allowed to joke.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
Bouncy raid.
Is that good?
It's coming. You guys have a double. Well, it's a split raid. Have a good weekend.
Yep.
Or have a good week, I guess. I'm used to saying that on like a Saturday. It's a Sunday into a Monday. Have a good week, everyone. That's right. Good night.
Let's go, everybody.
Lego.
They're playing the forest.
So it looks like dried meat can spoil. It just takes a very long time.
Yes. So,
Bouncy raid.